Alrighty, what is up, everybody? I am back with another day of Spyro grinding. What do you say we play this freaking game and get a world record? We'll go ahead and turn on the iconic music, of course. Type a letter M in the comments if you love the music in this game. And yeah, let's see what happens today, man. I'm feeling juicy, feeling sexy, maybe even. I don't know. But what I will do is let's hop on over to I still got my my notes from Laura's run that I need to practice from. So let me take a look at some things. Let's go to Ice Cavern and look at the anti-flame charge there. So we're gonna head over to Ice Cavern. It's always a good IL to warm up with as well, individual level. What's up, Ame and Dick Butters? Let me move this mic face towards me a little bit. Yeah, guys. I did turn down the volume of my second mic, so hopefully it's sounding a little bit more ASMR today. If it sounds better, do let me know. I may ask again here in a moment, but let me grab my...
A word of caution, little one.
Word of caution.
Wait until you grow big, like me.
How am I feeling? I feel good. You know, I'm not sick or anything. To those of you guys who don't know, I do have a slight prostate inflammation. It's called prostatitis, bacterial prostatitis. But I am okay. I'm not sick, nor am I at risk of any like prostate cancer or anything like that. But it does hurt when I pee a little bit, which is not great. I just love saying that out loud on stream, you know what I mean? Okay, this is the part I need to practice. This is the part I need to practice. No, I've just been taking a lot of Azo, which is like a urinary medicine as well as an antibiotic, and those pretty much get rid of the pain, but once the Azo wears off, it's like, oh, it's so uncomfortable when I pee. I fucking hate it. Worst feeling. Anyways, what's up, my Mandy? PR Sonic. But I'm fine though. I like physically speaking, like health-wise, I feel good. Part of not taking these antibiotics is I haven't been drinking at all the last, like, I guess it's like day number 3 or 4 I haven't been drinking, so that's pretty good. Yeah, stream's been helping. You've been sick, you know. I hope you get better soon, Eastwind. I guess let me make the save state right here, I think, so that way I can get a full vibe of the... Actually, you know what, do this. Yeah, now reload and then start from here. Yeah, that way I can just get all dialed. I tend to miss that yellow a lot, actually. I've noticed that in my runs. I try to over-optimize this movement and just end up missing the yellow. I think what'll help is if I hit this guy further to the right. And then this is the anti-flame charge I was talking about. Like that box you want to not flame charge. What I was trying to do is doing it so that I could charge jump there, which seems like faster. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what feels right here. That was kind of quick as well. Taking a tighter, the tighter of an angle I take. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I want to charge jump that box right there, I need to go really wide here and do it like that. Versus, and by the way, this is what I did before for reference, like in my runs. Like in world record does this. There's flame charges and then flame charges the guy. But the problem with that is that the problem with that is it's hard to hit like both of them like quickly like that. But yeah. Thanks for watching the 3.5 mod, Dick Butters. I really should revisit that and go for like all 149 eggs or whatever. What's up, Eric? I'm doing good, everybody. Doing good. Everyone should check out the 3.5 mod. I have a couple of videos of it. The one that's more popular on my channel, I think I did a full playthrough of like the exploration mode. But I also have an older playthrough of it where I yeah, no one brought up the shirt yet, Vanta. You're the first. I am a little chilly today. I should go put on some socks, if anything. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not convinced by this, by the anti-flame charge here. What do you guys think? Like, maybe I should time it. The thing is if I time, I'm gonna time it from like right here. Or maybe I should time it like right when I get the gold or something. I do like doing this whole movement like this, just so I can get the whole section correct. And then hit the timer when I grab the green. So that was 2 seconds right there. Try that again. Let me actually just close my timer so I can see the milliseconds. Splits. Alright. Now this way I'll be able to see milliseconds. So I'm going to hit the timer when I grab the yellow here. And then hit the timer again. Yeah, 3 seconds to grab that green with a... I think it is faster to not flame charge, actually. It doesn't look as fast, but I think it is. Let me try it with the flame charge again. 3. Again, it's like about 3 on the dot there. Now let's try it with the non-flame charge. Anti-flame charge. 2.9. I think it is like a couple of tenths faster to do it this way. Let me try it with like a charge jump. See how that works. Oop, I didn't start the timer. What's up, Resident Evil? Good to see you, man. It's hard to get the right angle there. I think go straight forward and then jump flame charge is the move there. But let's try it with a charge jump still. Try to make that strat I was doing there work. Timer on the yellow. That would have been, yeah. The fastest way to do this is to jump flame charge after the box. Oh, I pressed it way too early. And I exited. What am I doing? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the fastest way to do that. But that's the fastest way to, yeah, I think that's the fastest way to do it, to be honest with y'all. So I'm gonna start doing it that way. Just hit the box and then jump flame charge, and just try not to die there. Try not to over-optimize it and fall off the edge. Will I do the hard version of the mod? Yeah, if I do decide to go back and like try to fully complete Spyro 3.5, yeah, I would do the hard version. Which really isn't that much harder than like with the exploration build that I did before. It's just that the end of level eggs are like easier on the exploration build. That was like the biggest difference. They don't actually like move like any of the eggs except for the end of level ones. I'm pretty sure. So it's actually not that much easier either way. It's just easier to get through the game on the exploration build. What's up, Batmoro? And what did Resident Evil say? I need to run. They're coming for me. The Norks are on the way. They took your mama. Oh my god. Speaking of mama, I should probably go look at that bitch real quick. Then I might head over to Treetops, work on the supercharge a little bit. I would love to incorporate the Days Vagabond supercharge here. That would be sick. Also, I need to do some timing at the end of Treetops on that supercharge as well. So, because I do a strat that I saw from Toasted Cat in Treetops, but I'm pretty sure it is slower than just going for like the old thing I used to do. Anyways, I'm gonna bring my, well, I'll just leave the splits like this for now, so people know how to practice them. There we go. It's a good sign. Let's try that again. Now let me start it from back here. It's always good to set a save state back here, so that way I get like a accurate representation of the shit. That's too far in. Ooh, that almost worked though. These mamas are not bad. Well, that was bad, but you know what I mean. That was too, not enough. I've been getting a lot of those yesterday when it's just barely not enough into the corner. That, maybe? Yeah, that was good. Do this. Doing warm-up. Yeah, I'm warming up and practicing. I'm spending more time practicing these last couple days because I took all these notes from Laura's ESA run, which was an amazing run, by the way. You guys should definitely watch it. But yeah, I took a lot of notes from that. So we're just kind of reviewing like little stuff from that. You love the spin on the thumbnail. I'm glad you like that. I almost chose the thumbnail of Spyro's face like all the way in the camera, like. Maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. New setup. This is my Virginia setup. So this is the apartment that I have with Sarah that I've been living in with Virginia. That I've been living in Virginia with Sarah in for the last like year and a half, 2 years. I mean, we'll say like a year we've been in this particular unit. Yeah, last month I was at Missouri, so you probably saw me. If you watched the stream from like a month ago, you probably saw me in the Missouri setup at like our parents, at my parents' place. Yeah, I had Sarah paint my nails 2 nights ago. You like them? They're all black. Gamer black. They're a vibe. There's something just like so kinky about just being an average ass gamer boy with black fingernails. Just being an average looking white dude, but you have like painted nails. There's something like weirdly hot about that, I think. You guys feel what I'm saying? Like when people see these nails, they're like, damn, this guy's a freak, you know? Freak in the sheets, you know? Yeah, when they see me wearing a shirt, they're like, damn, this guy's really crazy. This guy's wearing a white t-shirt? What the fuck is wrong with him? That's what you guys are saying. Gamer blackmail, did you miss the memo? Dude, I started doing it after GDQ. I remember Padges used to paint everyone's nails when we'd be drunk as fuck in the hotel room. And I just loved it so much. I was like, dude, I fucking love painted nails. Also, one of my favorite first speedrunners that I ever watched, Narcissa Wright. Back in the way back in the days, like she used to run with do runs with a hand cam and painted nails. I remember. And everyone would be like, "What's with the painted nails?" So it's just, I don't know. It just sticks out in my head. It's just like iconic. Just like an average looking person to just randomly have painted nails. It's not that deep, obviously. It's just nails. I like it. Yeah, that guy fucks, you know? That guy fucking fucks if he has painted nails. Do I have a vid that explains all the terminology? Dude, I have a, yes, I do. I have a, I forgot where it's linked. I think I made a command for it. I think it's this. Hold on, let me try it. Let me see if this works. Is it gonna show on the chat? Or it's not. If there's a command for it, dude, I literally made an entire Excel spreadsheet that has a lot of different terminology explained on it. Terms or terminology? I guess neither of those work. If someone remembers what that is, feel free to type it. Anyways. Okay, let's head over to Treetops real quick. And look at some of these strats. I'm not an average looking white dude. I mean, I look pretty average, I'd say. I mean, I don't take it like as an insult or anything, but thank you. I mean, the fact that I have like really long curly hair, I think is like slightly balding. I think that's like the most unaverage part of my naturalness. But like my actual body and facial structure and stuff, pretty average. How come I'm always practicing this level? Are you talking about Clifftown or are you talking about Treetops? Or Ice Cavern. I always practice Ice Cavern. I like warming up with like kind of longer, straightforward levels like Ice Cavern. I like doing Shemp to warm up, which by the way, I need to look at that strat in Shemp again. Clifftown. The reason I go to Clifftown is so I can practice Mama Proxy, which is a big reset point in any percent. The trick with the Mama near the start. That was terrible. Okay, so let's head over here. What's up, Bex? Thank you for the good luck. Great to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna set my save state, I guess, right like here. So I can practice go. Well, no, I'll just do it in front of the dragon so I can just get him every time. And then that way I can practice the movement out of the dragon. Or actually, I'll just set the save state right here. Look at Sparks' face. Look at his face, dude. Look at him. Look at this guy. Let me open up my splits again, by the way. I'm not timing anything here. Damn, Sparks' face looking beautiful. I like killed the music there by doing that. Sparks actually so powerful. Completely killed the music. Okay, I did that wrong. Supposed to jump off the end of this. Wait, what? I thought I... Oh, it's because I didn't unpause with the pause button. Bet man, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Okay, pause. Unpause. Okay, there we go. You can actually charge jump to that. I don't know if that's what we want. We'll see. Yeah, let's keep working on this. I was getting this semi-consistent before, but I definitely need to practice my consistency. Jump really late. There. Oh, I almost had it. You want to let go of the charge right as you hit the big monkey, because it's gonna. You can't. It's one of those weird enemies where you can't supercharge through him. So you have to like take a bonk on him. Well, I mean, you can supercharge through him, but it's like you don't collect the gem, you know. So you have to like stop and like flop on him. Oh, almost. I gotta be aimed a little bit more leftwardly. Okay, I mean, we're getting there. This would save time in 120%, yeah. It's not a lot of time. It looks like it would be a lot of time. It's not a lot of time because it is a longer supercharge process. Like, whereas the old strat, you just do like this, and notably, you don't jump off the end. That alone, just like having a quick supercharge like that saves like a good like 2 seconds over doing this, 2, 3. Like this just takes time to set up, but then you make the time back and then some by doing this next section perfectly. Like that. That's how you want to do it. If I can do it like that, like 80% of the time, I would consider doing it in runs. Or in like, you know, on pace, I mean. Close. That was very close. But yeah, so compared to just doing like my old strat, just doing this and cleaning up everything normally, that other strat I just did saves, like, you know, compared to doing this, the other strat saves about a second, roughly a second, maybe a second and a half, depending on execution factors. And it's just cool. It's just a cool strat, you know. It's definitely a little faster. The risk reward is definitely not there for me yet, but I think with practice it can get there. Days is pretty convinced that this is like the strat, you know. You think Shemp is the hardest boss? Last 3 bot, yeah. Well, by that logic about how many hits they take, by that logic, the Gem Burglar is like a harder boss than Shemp. In Artisans, you know what I'm talking about? The Gem Burglar, he takes 3 hits. So, therefore, harder boss than Shemp. Also, if you count every pylon of Metalhead as a hit, that's like 26 hits or some shit like that. So then that makes Metalhead by far and away the hardest boss, right? I'm just following your logic here, you know. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Yeah, I'm not going to practice this for too super long here. Also, let me practice, I guess, maybe charge jumping over to this. It's weird. I feel like it makes more sense, like, because when you charge jump over to, you don't get as high of a jump here, which affects the speed. So it seems like it makes more sense to charge, do this, do this. That was bad. I didn't get a jump. Thanks for the good luck, Kenny. Welcome. In terms of speedrunning, what's my all-time favorite level to run through? I don't know, maybe like... I don't know. I like I mean, I really am not like... I don't play favorites with the levels in this game. I mean, Ice Cavern's a good level. When Lofty Castle goes really well in 120%, that's very satisfying. Twilight Harbor when it goes well. I mean, pretty much any level. The cool thing about speedrunning this game is when any level goes well, like if you just fucking nail everything, like every level feels good when you do that. So I don't really have like a favorite level or anything. But yeah, Wizard Peak is another easy pick for me. If we're going out just by nostalgia, then Dark Hollow is up there. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of just set up right here and do another save state. This was the strat I was using. This I might time actually. This is the strat I am doing in runs currently with the red guy, and grab this and do that. What is that on my... Oh, yeah. What's up, Sora? Hey, Cuphead and Bambi. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Hangman. Okay, so let me actually close my splits again. Let me time this. So I'm going to time it from right here, from the moment I jump. I'm going to do the old strat. Or I guess my old strat. Gems are here. Whoa, 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 I fucked that all up. I fucked that all up. That's why I need the gems there for visual reference. Thanks for the good luck, Sora. All right. 14 seconds to finish the level there. Let's try that again. That was bad, but yeah, that would have been about like 14 again. Have to go back in there and go all the way back. And then I'll try going back to the old strat. Also, there's a strat called a double stone knot, I think, where you grab all the gems with like a supercharge, like going around twice. Your wife called, you missed a chunk. Do I have a video that explains Spyro terminology? Yeah, so I don't have a video that explains all of that. I do have a video called 3 Mechanics Every Spyro Player Should Know, which you can see in my 120% tutorial playlist. However, the actual, just all of the terminology, which it's really not a lot. It's stuff like charge glide and flame charge and stuff. Skitter jump, you know, I mean, it's really like nothing too crazy. But there is a terminology Google document that I made a chat command of that I don't think we were able to figure out what it was. I forgot what it was. Yeah. So anyways, hope that helps. Yeah, just watch the first video in that playlist, and then you'll that's close enough. If you're trying to learn to speedrun this game, that's where you need to start. It's just the first. Just watch the first video there, and you're good. The rest of the terms you can just ask around and catch up. It's nothing too crazy. Okay, where am I going? I need to go right here. Do this. All right. Now we do, okay. So basically it was like 14 seconds to complete the level with the old strat. I'll do it one more time just for posterity. Okay, never mind. I guess I suck at that. Now let's do it this way. Fuck. I don't know why I reset the level now. Should I jump that? I'm not sure if I should jump that or not. Bad. Let's try that again. I don't think I have to jump off the edge of this yet. Oh, I do, actually. Is there a way to just do this without having to jump off the edge? Yeah, that was good. Try that again. Yeah, there we go. That's the speed I want. relearn it. There we go. I'm gonna grab that and go down. Oh, perfect. Good thing I caught that. What's up, Magruts? You have to dump you have to dump $700 on car repairs. Don't do drugs. The drugs are letting the car age. Alright. What kind of car is it? I think Sora's just joking around. Sora's a bit of a jokester here. You're gonna have a rotten breakfast. Half a Subway footlong you didn't finish last night. I mean, if you have like, yeah, I mean, it's tough. Leftover Subway is tough, dude. I can't. There's no good way to do that. Good luck. Good luck with your stomach. Reload the level. That. I got this. Yeah, so the way that's commonly what you just saw right there would commonly be the way to do that. What usually happens when you go for that strat, which is you miss one of the, in my case, is you miss one of the fan chests, and then it ends up costing an extra second compared to the Toasted Cat strat, which is what I currently do on that. So I'm gonna stick to this because I don't trust that I'll be able to get the double. That strat that I did is slightly faster if you get the double fan chest, but that does not happen consistently, at least in my experience. So I like the old strat better for that, for the sake of consistently saving a second rather than possibly saving 2 seconds, but usually losing a second. Wiz, by the way, thank you for the 5 gifts. Legend and Fetman with the Prime. Guys, Chuggers in the chat, thanks for the first couple of gifts today. Legend. I appreciate that, Wiz. Thermostat's $100. Yeah, good luck with that. The heater in your last car broke at the beginning. Yeah, good luck, dude. Wiz, good luck with learning shit, man. Like, if you ever got any questions, I'm here, man. Spyro Speedrunning Discord's here for you as well. And good luck to your wife as well. The heater in your car broke at the cold winter. I never wanted to drop 600 to get it fixed, so instead you got an electric blanket. Hey, I mean, if it works, it works. What's up, Sherman? You got a bunch of PS1 demo discs playing through them? That's sweet. That's definitely nostalgic for sure. Hey, Straw Booby. Yeah, it was raining. I saw that outside. Okay, let me look at another strat here. So, there's another thing you can do here. And let me see if I can figure it out, because I haven't done it, like, in ages. But there's, like, an even more extended supercharge here, which I think is going to require me to jump on the ramp. I'm not going to time this one. Do that. Wait. Yeah, no, hold on. Okay, I remember now. I remember. Hopefully that's the right speed. Okay. Oh man, I ran out of speed. Try it again. You need it with these strats. You need to like get the jump here in order to get the most speed. That's why I'm doing that. Okay, and do this. Grab all these, then do that, and then grab the rest of the gems. I guess you would like curve it around this way, I suppose. And apparently that's like faster. Apparently. At least that's what they say. I think this is only faster if you guarantee the, yeah, if you do like something like that, then grab everything else, and then come down here. So I'm gonna try timing this now, and then it would end up there, notably. Okay, So let's try timing that now. Again, my old strat that I do in basically the current strat I do, it's a 14 seconds from the time I jump here to the end of the level. So let's see if we can do the double stone knot there in less than 14 seconds. And Vivi, thank you for the tier 1 and the 9 months. Thanks for the good luck. Cheers. All right, let's get it. Dude, I ran out of supercharge. That's the annoying thing with that. Normally I don't struggle with that. I don't know why I'm struggling with that so much right now. Running out of my supercharge. I feel like this is also slow. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Ugh, damn it. It's like, it's definitely a harder jump from those gems there. Don't boil water in the microwave? Why not? You can heat water in a microwave. There's nothing wrong with that. The auto start doesn't work till you get the check engine. Yeah, good luck with your car. Dude, car troubles are always the biggest pain in the ass, and money sinks. Speaking of money sinks, dude, we randomly got like a fucking $400 electric bill today. Like, what the fuck? I think it was because our AC went out, so when they like gave us a replacement unit and then they fixed it, so I think it had to do with that. But yeah, normally it's like $60. This month it was just $400 for no fucking reason. And then annoyingly, I'm trying to log into the fucking website for the electric company, and I of course I forgot my password, and like I'm like trying to recover it, and then they're like, okay, we sent you an email, you know, like the auto password recovery thing, and then of course no email, so it's like, all right, I guess I have to try again later. Yeah, the vibrator's really using all the power, surely. It won't boil. Oh, you're talking about like fully boiling water. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that you had to break the surface tension. I do know that like when you reheat stuff in a microwave, whether it's a liquid or any like chili, like semi-solid food, you gotta like, you know, if you really want to properly heat it through, you know, you don't just nuke it for like a couple minutes. You gotta do it for a minute, like stir it around a bit. Same thing with like water and shit, like stir it around a bit, then heat it again, then it'll get to like a more even temperature. You uploaded some speedruns of the flights because of me. It's so accomplished. Hey, congrats, Polly. Congrats on that. Proud of you for that. It's really cool to hear. Okay, anyways. On this a little bit. I think it just feels weird, this strat, because I'm doing it from the stair. And then hit that, and then finish the level right here. And then we're done. Something like that. Okay, I feel like I could have cleaned up that ending a little bit more. But that's like the concept right there. You do that, you grab these, and then you finish. Maybe skip that last green, and then get out of there in like sub 14 seconds. Let's try again. Oh, that was nice. That was terrible. Exit. Just exit the level at that point. I don't know. I'm really not convinced that double stone knot is the move. But I feel like I just need to get better at it too. The time I'm spending on double stone knot, I feel like is better spent on the days. Wow, it's better spent on the days Bag of Bones charge. If that bonk happened in a run, I would fucking scream. That is so stupid. Yeah, I didn't time this particular attempt, but let's just practice. Dude, I'm like starting to fuck up now. Like, god damn it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start from like back here. Start from like right here. Just so I can get a feel of things a bit more. Are we farming for world record today? No, hold on, let me think. Because like when I start from down here, like I'm just remembering, it's like you go like here, here, and then that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, I got it. I got it, I got it. Wait, let's try double stone knot. Dude, I literally can't get the bump anymore. I fucking suck at this game. Jesus Christ. This is like baby shit right here, this bump. Please work. Okay, like, what? Can I just do it? Like, I'm overthinking this now, I think. I think I should just stick to the toasted cat strat, to be honest. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I'm sticking to the toasted cat strat. There's no way I'm going to consistently do this every time. Like, in the exact right way with the exact right execution. Like, if I practiced it more, maybe I'll get, like, a little bit more consistent with it. But the risk reward, it just doesn't feel like it's there. Maybe in an optimal best case scenario, I might be saving, like, half a second with this over the 14-second toasted cat strat. It doesn't compute in my mind. It does not compute. You have to do something like that, and then end the level there. It'd be like that. It does look cool, I'll say that, but it's just like, am I really saving that much time by supercharging down and then back up compared to just jumping down from above? Not really, like, you know, just thinking about it logically. All right, let's head over to another place here. I should probably do a run soon. I will review. Let me review the boost jump in Dr. Shemp here. Let's take a look at that. What's up, Nomadic and Scar, Gregorian? Welcome. Yeah, the shirt is clearly hindering me right now. True. That was basically the strat. Changing the subject, what are my thoughts on the very infamous Royal Rumble 2002? I don't care about wrestling. I thought you were talking about the PS2 game, Royal Rumble. Doesn't that game have like amazing jiggle physics? Yeah, see, that's what you don't want. You don't want that. Hold on, let me do it from the fly-in. I feel like the fly-in is more relevant. Also, I should try timing this stuff. So let me try timing the actual fly-in here. You know what? I need to do it like from when I hit the ground. Here's the old strat here. About 7 seconds. I should probably stop timing like when probably when I touch that green, right? Probably when I touch the green, I'll stop timing there. That would make more sense. Here's old strat. A little bit of an early slip. Yeah, about 8 seconds there. If you wait till you touch the green. Let's do that once or twice more. That's nice. I didn't start the timer, dude. Dumbass. Here we go. Eight and a half. I think optimally this strat gets you about 8 seconds. Let's try it with this. Oh. You can't recover it if that happens. Yeah, I've heard of Tomba. You don't have to like announce that you're changing the subject. You can just ask me questions, homeboy. Like, you're good. I don't take offense to that. Dale, I really need to just change the pace of the chat right now. Just announcing for everybody in the chat, I am changing the subject. What do you think about toes, socks with toes? What do you think? I know it's a big departure. Just want to let everybody know that I think they're pretty cool, but I know if it's too much of a change of subject, just let me know and I won't change the subject. Yeah, I'm not big into socks with toes, to be honest with you. I mean, they're fine. Like, I don't hate them. They're a cool concept. Yeah, this is definitely faster doing it this way. This is about a second faster this way. At the cost of a green. Oh, actually, what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to curve it so that I get the guy to run early. Like that. Yeah, it's literally, it's like, almost exactly a second faster, the way I do this strat. The way Laura does it, it's 2.8 seconds faster, but it loses 7 gems. What's up, Fresh Pocky? Thanks for the hype train, everybody. A whole second, that's huge, yeah. It's pretty good. I've been playing Deadband mode? No. Have you? If I were to wear Crocs one toe out, with one toe out? You mean like sticking through the hole on the Crocs, you mean? Like how they have holes on them? I don't like Crocs. I'm not a Crocs guy. If I did wear Crocs, I'd wear them with like socks or something. I'd be like on that type of serial killer like beat. A little slow there. Thanks for the good luck, Piggy. Really need to work on the Yeah, I wear socks with Vans. I mean, isn't it like, I know it's like serial killer to wear like socks and sandals and stuff like that, but isn't it like technically like way grosser to wear like any footwear barefoot versus with socks? Like, aren't the barefoot footwear users like really the weird ones? Like, no? Am I crazy for that? I mean, I don't mind like wearing sandals barefoot and stuff. Like, it's not like that deep to me, but just the cultural implication of wearing socks with certain footwear is like frowned upon, even though it's like way better. It's just funny. I mean, yeah, like obviously if you're going to the beach or you're going into water, like you wouldn't wear the socks with your sandal. Like, I get that. That was good. That was a good one right there. So I gotta, when it fails, I gotta practice immediately recovering it. Like that green. Because here's the thing is I'm already losing a green with this strat, so I gotta make sure I get that extra green right there. What did I miss all back here? I felt like that was all weird. Yeah, it's 2 greens. His foot was farting in his croc. That's funny. Yeah, but one of my pairs of Vans does that. It doesn't make like a farting noise, but like it makes the air compression noise, like. Or I mean, you can't hear it because my mic cancels it, but it's like a F. Whatever. It's hard to hear. You should do a run where it fails while I recover it to see what's at risk. Yeah, I'll try timing that, like an intentional fail. Really bad. Like really bad. Let me do that again. Okay, say I do that. Okay, we don't need to go for that blue, that's fine. Do this. I kind of played this slow again. Let me try that again. Bonk. This. That. And right. So yeah, so it's, I lose 2 seconds if I miss it, but recover it optimally. The old strat, so this is funny, it's like, the new strat, for what I do, you lose 2 gems, but it's a 7.5 seconds. The old strat is you get all the gems, it's 8.5 seconds. And then the old strat, if you fail and recover optimally, is you only lose like about a second, maybe even less than that, compared to the old strat. So it's overall very worth it, I would say. Even if you fail. It's all about the recovery, though, obviously. Like, the better you recover, the better it goes. How's my penis day? It's doing good. Zandums, thank you for the tier 1 for 11 months. Really appreciate that. Zan. Legend. Yeah, my penis is doing okay. I mean, I have I have something called a bacterial prostatitis right now, which basically means that my prostate is slightly inflamed. I'm sorry if this is TMI for you guys, but basically it hurts when I pee sometimes, which is just funny to say out loud. It's been like that for about like 3 or 4 days now. I went to the doctor and he gave me some antibiotics. I'm also taking some Azo. You know, all the ladies in the chat that get, you know, fucking UTIs a lot know all about Azo. So yeah, I've been rocking that. It's not terrible as long as I'm all medicated up. Like it's fine. It doesn't like hurt or anything. It's just weird. Taking a while to heal as well. It's been like, I think we're on day 4 now. So it's gonna take me at least a week, I'm thinking, for this shit to go away. Maybe closer to 2. I was prescribed for 2 weeks, this antibiotic. But yeah, rest assured, I don't feel bad. I don't feel sick or anything. My prostate's a little inflamed. .6 risk for a 1.0 reward. Let's not like try to get too like 10th specific about this, because with different execution and timing, like I can, you know, I think there's room for like, you know, a half second of error here, you know. I prefer to kind of like, you know, draw my conclusions about these strats like in like terms of seconds or half seconds, rather than like really measuring it down to the 10th. That was good. That missed, you kid. Yeah, dude, the double at the beginning feels great. It feels more comfortable as well doing that double this way. I don't know why. Maybe from sitting too much? Yeah, maybe. Dude, I can't do it anymore. Literally, I can't do this strat anymore. I unlearned it. I need to do it closer to the wall. Yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick with this. You gotta do it close to the wall. Closer than you'd think. So if I miss that green right there, then that means I miss 4 actually, because I am missing the little metal guy automatically. Ooh, that's another missed 5 right there. So really, it's hard to optimize this without missing shit. God, see, I can't. It's easy to get confused. What's up, Otaku? I'm doing good. It's great to see you. Is this a new time save? It's not like new, but it's newer. This is a strat that Laura did in her ESA run 2 days ago. And like when she did it, she was like, yeah, this is a cool little strat here that, you know, some people should really start doing more. Some people that have world records should really consider doing this strat because it's just better, you know? She's right. And the whole room, when she said that, she was like, the whole room was like, ooh. I'm not gonna name any names, but some people whose name starts with duh and ends with AO man should really do this. So she like called me out like in front of like a bunch of people. So now I have to do this basically. But it's okay because I actually like this strat, so I'm not too salty about it. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt. Welcome. What's up, Lucky Foot? Alright, I'm gonna do a run soon. I'm kind of just in practice mode right now. Been nice doing longer practice sessions today, though. That was a good one right there. Do the whole level. You have to walk that. Annoyingly, you have to like walk around to get the right angle for the roll. See, that was almost too good right there. That's a weird one. Maybe you could do this. Maybe that's faster. Hold on. What if you like did this and then did one of those? Let me time that. I'll go like up here. Actually, I'll go all the way up to the top of this just so it's consistent. I do like one of these. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So I gotta do this, and then reset the timer, and then this, and then do that. Okay, there we go. No, I don't know if that's... You'd have to really stretch that flame charge in order to fade it back into the dragon. That might be faster though. Hold on, let me see. No, you're not fading that. It's just a little too far forward to comfortably fade back. I'll try to do it though. I'll try it once or twice more. No, that's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. R&D Day, that stands for Research and Development. You know, I have been spending more time just practicing and researching stuff in the last day or two. Yeah, after watching Laura's ESA run, I felt it pertinent to kind of have a more practice-y vibe with my streams. But I am going to do some runs today, like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to head over to the rat, just knock on that shit a little bit, and then we'll do a run. Have you been missing streams or have I been off for a while? I was live yesterday, and the 2 days before that, I was not streaming. Two gems for how much save time? About a second. I'm like, I'm getting in front of the rat too early. I need to be further left on the setup. I was too far left. What's up, Sabrina? Welcome, welcome. It was actually a bad right press. That was a good left amount. But a bad right. That was too far left. These attempts are gonna... I'm like overthinking it, you can tell. $10 tickles? Ooh, for me? How many tickles does it take to get a squid to laugh? Oh, I thought I was the one getting tickled here. I just want to feel happy again, you know? Fuck the squid. Tickle my toes. Good luck finding them without any toe socks. There we go. Does the mouse do anything different? Okay, first of all, he's a rat, okay? For starters, you could tell by, I don't know, what's the difference between a rat and a mouse? There's gotta be, like, some rodent expert in the chat that knows. Maybe he is a mouse, or maybe a rat and a mouse are actually the same thing. It's the tail size. So that's like a rat tail. That looks like a pretty rat-alicious tail. A rat is dishonest. A rat will never find its way back into the family. They have hairless tails, notably. Oh, interesting. Mouse is in the house, and rat is in the hat. Google told me that. Animal Planet showed you this trick? It's just a common occurrence in nature. See, I'm like getting in front of the rat before it proxies me. I gotta be careful about that. I do a really long range rat like that. Man, imagine that happened on 36 pace, where it's like that close. That would be so sad. I would fucking cry. Yeah, 36 requires a first try rat, definitely. You know what? I'm gonna do nasty just to practice the early hit real quick. I've been a nasty girl. What's up, Waxy? Your doctor asked if it burned when you urinated. You thought of me. Thanks. Keep me in your thoughts. Keep me in all of your piss-related thoughts. Thank you. Rats pee and poo everywhere. Don't rabbits do that as well? I remember I had a teacher in elementary school that used to let a rabbit, she had like a pet rabbit that she had let like roam around the classroom. And the classroom was like carpet, so there would be like baked in like little shit pellet stains in like the carpet. That room smelled so terrible. I'll do it one more time, try to get the early hit, and then we'll do a run. Did she have a nice ass? No, she was like morbidly obese. She was not attractive. Well, maybe not morbidly. She was just obese. There's like an exact like weight range for it to be considered like morbidly obese versus just obese. That's what we want. You can never own a rabbit that you look at them funny and they have a heart attack. Do they get heart attacks easily? I didn't even know that. You can like scare a rabbit to death. Good thing cats don't work that way. I should have not flamed nasty there. Or actually, I need to reset my PS2 anyways. I'm gonna let these credits play and pretend like I just finished a run. Guys, type GG in the chat. Oh my god, I killed it. Alright, let me open up my actual splits here.
His toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, most
703.
I still got.
Let me open up my actual splits.
What will you do next?
I'm gonna let these credits play and then we're gonna actually do a real run after this. BRB. Get hyped for an actual run. Alright, let's do a run. Who's hyped? Oh, yeah. I gotta adjust my pants. One sec. I'm wearing the professional basketball shorts. 'Cause I'm a professional athlete. This is like hardcore shit. I gotta get my stretches in. Oh my god, I just cracked my back. That felt so good. Oh. Yes. Alright. Let's do it. I'm ready. Three, two, one, go. Hopefully the mic is sounding a little bit more ASMR today. I've been playing with a second mic off camera, but I turned it down a little, kind of pointed it away so you're not hearing it as much.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Anyways, let's see if runs go well today. See if life goes well. See if I don't get stuck on the early game on Mama Proxy for 20 years. Get a fart. I know you guys missed the fart mic. I used to have a mic that would just start going like, just start making farting noises. Just go. So yeah. Used to be very hot. That sounds great, thank you. You too, Paytoya. You sound beautiful. You're sick, life. Yeah, I hope you get better soon, Lucky Foot. Yeah, I'm not exactly sick, but my penis is not operating at full potential right now. My pee-pee hurts. Send your prayers. Send your prayers for my prostate, that it heals in the next week. Brand new sub. Welcome, Silgen. I did that badly. Oh my god, really bad movement. Hello, dude. Why do I... Oh my god, I'm resetting this. That was a joke. Joke mode activate. You can tell I think in my head I'm still in practice mode, you know? I tried to like reset the level there and everything. Like I tried to do the button combo. Yeah, that was my warm-up. What's up, Kale? Thanks for the good luck.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Yeah, I was thinking too much about my injured penis. I snapped it in half in a boating accident. I was making your mother a 5-star meal on my yacht. Out of nowhere, a fucking jellyfish jumped out and zapped my dick, and now it's now it hurts when I pee. That happened. Was the boat okay? The boat's fine. Dude, I really enjoyed, speaking of boats, I really enjoyed hanging out on the lake last month in Missouri. That was probably like the most fun part about being out there. Besides being able to like stream every day and eat like free dinners, you know, and shit like that. Hanging with my family, like going out on the boat was just like such a vibe. Just hanging on the dock, having a beer, hop on the paddleboard, hop on the wave runner, hop on the boat. It's the life. Breakfast choke down. Oh, you talking about the subway? Yeah, definitely make some tea. Hopefully that shit doesn't come back up on you. I said I didn't want to get stuck in the early game today, but that's exactly what's happening right now. Okay. I'm an hour and 8 minutes into stream. I think, just based on how I'm feeling, I think I'll go until like the hour 30 mark, like another 20 minutes roughly, just over that, before I force a no reset. I'm not feeling super duper reset-y right now, like I want to be resetting rather, or that I'm ready to reset. I just am, you know. I don't know.
Oh,
But I think I think my tolerance for resetting today is lower, a little lower. I'm gonna try. I'll try to squeeze out a no reset here in a bit, but not yet. I'm not quite there yet. I need like a good 20 minutes of self torture before I'm there. My prostate's doing okay. I mean, it's still just about as bad as it was like the last couple days. So it's not exactly getting better, but it, you know, antibiotics take time to work, so it's all good. I will say I have been sticking to my plan of exercising every day. Yesterday was the second day in a row I went skating, which was really nice. Nice like little 20-minute skate out and about. And also today is day 4, I think, of no alcohol, of sobriety. I guess I don't know if it counts as being sober if I'm stoned after stream, but we'll count it. No alcohol. Day 4, no alcohol, so that's pretty good. Anthrocon. No, I'm not a furry. I'm just furry adjacent. I speedrun Spyro, so everyone around me is a furry. Ugh. You have a furry beard, though. Do speedruns use actual hardware, or emulators are accepted, Adam? To see the list of accepted emulators, check the leaderboard on speedrun.com for this game. But I play on a PS2. English breakfast tea. Yeah, dude, I've just been drinking hot water, honestly, at night. Hot water is the fucking play, bro. Not that I mean, I like English breakfast tea. Earl Grey, I like. I always make Sarah a peppermint tea every night, so I figure I'll just pour myself a little glass of hot water. You know, help with the digestion or something. Oh my god, come on. Fuck up that. That was weird. I charged on there, but didn't bonk. Dude, Adam, definitely I recommend getting into this. Hell yeah. You should. This is a pretty easy speed game to get into. Also, I have a whole tutorial playlist on my YouTube channel that you can check out. At the very least, I would say watch the first video in that playlist. That gives you just a couple of mechanics that you can generally work on your next playthrough. If you don't feel like, you know, like learning the whole fucking route and everything. But yeah, man, good luck. Somebody else was in my Discord today talking they're going to watch my tutorials as well. Thanks everyone for doing that. Yeah, my video talks about flame charging, charge gliding, and quick turning. Which, if you can get the hang of those 3 basic techniques, which take a long time to master, by the way, then you're already like well on your way. That's a really good starting point. You should just do casual playthroughs like with those mechanics in mind. Even if you're missing like you know, even if you only get like 1 out of every 10 flame charges, it's like you got to start somewhere. Just try flame charging everything. I remember when I first learned to flame charge. I remember watching Chris's stream, and that's what he said. He said, you know, when you're just starting to learn how to flame charge, just try flame. It seems like it's not optimal because you're gonna flame charge, and most stuff that you try to flame charge, you're gonna miss the flame charge. So it's gonna feel like it's easier if I just flame and then try to grab the gem out of the air. No, you have to force yourself to like try to flame charge and like learn how to do it. Because once you get comfortable with it, man, it really opens up this game as a speedrun. Just makes it a lot deeper and fun mechanically. Like that guy, trying to optimize that guy, this guy, you know. This guy. I mean, just that whole first homeworld section. I mean, compared to someone that's not flame charging, that was easily like, and I didn't even do that perfectly. That's easily like 3 or 4 seconds faster than someone who's not flame charging. maybe a little less than that. You used to say Spyro 2 is your favorite, but then Spyro 1's growing on you. I like to hear that. Yeah, Spyro 1 definitely grows on you, especially if you're like just looking at these games as like casual, like nostalgic childhood memories. I think a lot of us kind of prefer Spyro 2 and 3 like from our childhood, but then like when you come back and are revisiting the game, I think this Spyro 1 really grows on you. I really do agree about that. But they're all three really good games. They all have a lot of really interesting and unique depth to them. There's no like objective best Spyro game. Like the original trilogy, they're all like really good in their own way. Alcohol hits you harder with your anxiety meds. Dude, yeah, don't even drink alcohol if you're taking like a medicine that interacts with it. You're gonna fucking die. I'm not even, I don't say this lightly, you're gonna die if you do that. Stuff like dude, think of how many people have died like mixing alcohol and like Xanax and shit like that. I mean, don't even fuck with that. It doesn't take a lot, you know? So if you're ever prescribed like medicine, take it as an opportunity to go sober for a while. That's kind of what I'm doing. But the timing worked out really nice for me as well because it was right after my birthday where I had like 9 beers. So I was ready to take a break. Nine beers and ate all-you-can-eat sushi and sang karaoke. It's bangers. The game design on 1 is tight and cohesive. Yeah. Come on. Really close to collecting that blue, but it's all good. All good, all good. Oh, I need to practice the cheeky green collection. I need to add that to my list of things. Do I have a... I don't have a pen. I need to leave a pen here. You're not sober, but you get drunk after 2 drinks. Hold on, let me get this strat. Oh, come on! For the fans! Yeah, I missed 7 gems there, but whatever. We're good. We'll be saving time anyways. A little under gemmed here, but everything's fine so far. It's not a train wreck yet. Okay, I got the other blue there. It should be around 149. I think. Maybe like 147. 145. Damn, that's bad. I missed about 11 gems there. But I did save a second. So hey, gold split, we'll take it. 11 gems for 1 second save. Totally worth it. I'm just kidding. If I did that level better, I would not lose as much. Ideally, I'm only losing 2 gems for that strat. Yeah, I'm just a little chilly. That's why I'm wearing a shirt. But yeah, Sabrina, that's the strat, is to just not consume, not to be like against doing drugs, but to just not do them every day. Oh my god. So that way, like, when you do, like a week or 2 goes by and then it's like, oh, I guess I'll just take a hit of weed or something, and it's just like you don't even need to like smoke a whole bowl, you know, or have a whole beer or whatever. That is definitely the strat. The unintentional tolerance break. That's the move. Built-in tea breaks. Like, dude, I'm just gonna tell all the stoners in the chat right now, like, if you feel like you need to take a tolerance break, then you already are smoking too much weed, man. Like, I remember like reading all this shit like on 420 chan about, you know, the optimal way to take tolerance breaks. It's like, if you need a tolerance break to feel stoned, you are smoking too much weed, dude. You need to just stop. You need to just chill. Whether you want to call that a tolerance break or just a break. You just need a break is what you need. You know? It's good for the body and soul. Yeah, that's what stoners call it. They call it a tea break. You know, go like a week or two without smoking. Or technically, the optimal amount of time to take a tolerance break is a month. Because that's how much time it takes for THC to exit your body. Or whatever. Cannabis bullshit. Good for the balls. So we're heading out. Have a good one, dude. Thank you for the good luck. You're relying on weed? Oh, no, yeah, that's good. That's like a unique... I'm talking to just like recreational users. If you like need weed for one reason or another, that's a different story. What's up, Leo? Ugh, another missed 5. Not loving the gems in this homeworld. I really need to have a strong gem collection in Magic Crafters. You know, pretty much all the way until like Beastmakers. I need my gem collection to be strong if I want this run to be able to world record. You do weed to find other ways to deal with your issue, like it's like a coping mechanism for you. Yeah, I've never like had that like relationship with weed or alcohol where it's like I use them as like a coping tool. I know that's very common with drugs though, especially with alcohol as well. Like when, you know, you're depressed, your wife leave you, you know, what do? Go to the bar, you know. That's very common. I've never had that relationship with drugs though, thankfully. It's hard to say whether drugs are being used medicinally, if they're like used as like mental coping mechanisms, you know? What are you guys' opinions on that? Does that count as recreational drug usage if you're using it to like cope with sadness or to cope with another thing that's going on in your life? Does that count as medicinal usage? If it's like in the pursuit of better mental health? Not commenting on the effectiveness of that, just saying like in the pursuit of that. Yeah, I mean like the line between recreation and medicine is very gray in that way. Yeah, even so, you know, I think in my case, I've never used weed or alcohol, like even arguably in like a medicinal way, like for my mental health or whatever. Like I've not done it for any of it. It's always been recreational, only for like fun. And so it kind of makes my relationship to those drugs a lot simpler. Is this making me feel bad? Like, all right, I'll stop, you know. It's less of like less hard to stop, you know, and it's simple like that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Someone typed about that. It's like, it's not medicinal if it's destructive. Like, I saw that message. Like, you could be right. I think you're right about that. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. It's like not commenting on the effectiveness of it, just like on the, because right, like using alcohol as a coping mechanism, like that's not the most effective way to deal with, you know, your problems, right? It can be destructive more than it can be medicinal. I mean, like some medicines can hurt you, you know, right? Like just because something is medicinal doesn't mean it's like good for you, right? there's a difference between like taking something medicinally, you know, having the medicine like work correctly, you know, and making you feel better, right? So I would venture so far as to say that even if like you're using alcohol like destructively to cope with like your sadness and stuff like that, I think that does count as a medicinal application. It's not an effective one, but it's, you know, it is like a form of medicine in that way. Obviously, I don't recommend doing that at all. It's not, it's like easy way for you to fucking ruin your life if you know, go too far off the deep end with that. But yeah. Yeah, very slippery slope indeed. I mean, it's just an interesting like little thought though. It's like just because something is medicine doesn't mean it's like necessarily good for you. Most medicines like lower, you know, your immune system and shit. Like for me, it's like I take a lot of pride in like not taking daily medicine. Now some people have to, you know, like for various reasons, but I'm lucky enough, you know, like, genetically speaking, I guess, that I don't have to do that. Except for now that I'm now that I have this prostate thing, I'm taking an antibiotic, taking a fucking UTI med or whatever, urinary pain release med, taking the occasional, you know, ibuprofen. Like it's just crazy how quickly like medicines, like the cocktail of medicines you'll take in a given day just can add up, you know? Like I went from taking 0 medicines to now I'm like taking like 3 different medicines, you know? Granted, they're all pretty benign, you know, none of them are particularly strong except for the antibiotic. None of them like fuck with my mood or anything, or energy levels, but like imagine I have like let's say I have like an anxiety disorder or something, and then I'm adding like some, you know, some fucking anxiety medicine on top of all that, you know? This is a very common situation for people, you know? And so, yeah, that's all medicine, but that's not good for you, you know, to be taking all that shit, right? No, it depends. I mean, it could be good for you. Obviously, it all depends on the person and the context. Anyways, fuck. I actually need this. I'm losing time for that. Go clean. Go clean. Just listen to me rant. It's all good. Ideally, it helps more than it harms. Using alcohol to cope with mental illness harms more than it helps. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like, are you saying like for medicine to count as medicine, there has to be like a good argument that it helps more than it harms? I can see that. I mean, everything, and you're so right. It's like everything that you put in your body, like, is a balance of like helpful and harmful. Even like healthy food, you know, you eat too much of that, it's harmful, you know. I hear that. Yeah, I know, him laughing at me. Rare sound effect you hear in these runs. Did I get the other thieves? I think I did. Sugar is one hell of... Yeah, sugar and caffeine, yeah, are definitely drugs. So, yeah, I've definitely lost some time there, but we're still in this. This run isn't, like, dead yet. 604, okay. I'm, like, barely holding on to the gem count here. It's not a beautiful gem count. Oh, my God. I'm losing another second there. Thank you, Adam. Good number. Matt. Spin him out. No, hold on. Trying to read chat. I should not try to. This is like such a. It's so tough in flight levels because they're so boring. They're like borderline auto scrollers, but they're not auto scrollers. So it's like you gotta not look at chat during this part. The temptation is too real, especially when you're like in the middle of like a conversation like this. Yeah, my shirt's on. I'm probably gonna take it off soon though. 1 sub and I take the shirt off. 1 Twitch sub. You're bragging, but it's been a month since you've stopped taking all the medicine, and it took 4 years, and it feels great. Yeah, that's, dude, I really, like, admire that. Like, to wean yourself off of, like mood-altering medicine. It's a really hard thing to do. Not every, it feels like very few people are able to do that even, you know. Not saying that everyone should do that or anything. It's just admirable if you can do that. Like having an adverse effect in your life. Oh no, dude. Okay, I think world record's dead now. Dude! Bro, what? I just can't play it. Dude, I suck. I suck, dude. I suck so bad for that. That's just embarrassing. Ugh. I suck so bad. I hate myself for that. That was all my fault. All of that was my fault. Yay! Oh. Yay. Thank you for the $5, Kenny. So it's not a Twitch sub, but everyone said, yeah, okay, I'll take off the shirt. And Nomadic, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Let's get into another one. Dude, heartbreaking, I would agree with that, but it's just more like disappointing because like I make that mistake a lot. Like I've lost a lot. I've had enough heartbreaks there that I don't even feel heartbreaking. I'm just like, dude, when are you gonna figure it out? Like, fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm more just like, I'm more frustrated than I am heartbroken from that. Like, ugh. Asshole. I'm an asshole for fucking that up so badly. You used to be super dependent on alcohol, and you knowingly put yourself in dangerous situations to get your hands on it. Yeah, that does not sound good. That does not sound good. Thank you for the sticker, Anthony. Hippo character with stars growing in his eyes, pumping his arm. Dude, my favorite one. My favorite one. The fucking long explanation of it in the chat. Based chat. Legend, Anthony. Anyone dealing with Quaalude addiction? Not me, but I'd love to hear about the experience with that. I don't think I've ever even seen a Quaalude in person before. Dude, I pressed X. Yeah, you know my favorite YouTube sticker. Hippo character with stars growing in his eyes, pumping his arms in the air with the word hype pulsating above him. That was all an auto-generated description of that fucking sticker. That's amazing. Mental health meds are a mixed bag. Hold on, let me read that again. Mental health meds are a mixed bag. If weaning off them is right for you, then all the power, but I can't do that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I didn't want to cast too big of a brushstroke with that. I know a lot of people are probably in a similar position, Kenny. Yo, Paytoya, thank you for the $10. Let me read that to everyone's good health. Wishing you all a pleasant recovery from Peytoya literally wishing me good penis health. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need you guys all to pray for my penis. Because it hurts when I pee sometimes. Supportive chat. Thank you for keeping my penis in your thoughts, Kenny. I need that. I need all the thoughts and prayers I can get. Webcam's too bright. Oh, dude, I fucked up. Composer, I should go for the glide cancel, right? It's like better. Didn't you time that, or someone time it? Someone time that. Someone was like, "Oh, it's like a frame faster to not glide cancel." I need to time it as well. When something's like a frame faster in this game, it's basically the same. We're at exiting town square. It must have been someone else who timed it. Alright, let me fucking do this. There we go. It's better now, I'm not so bright. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I have that on my notes. I fucked it all up there, you know, on the run just now. I need to start doing that. It's a shame because I really like the glide cancel there. It's one of those things where you gotta put the swag aside for the speed. A swag strat isn't swag. This is like another way to look at it. A swag strat isn't swaggy if it's slower. Is it? I don't know. I guess that's like a philosophical question. It's not even swaggy. Oh, what's so swaggy about your fucking live? It's swag. It's not even swag to start with. Run world records, I gotta admit, because of the shirt. Yeah, this has been kind of a weak early game so far. I've been fucking up some of the dragons, some of the movement, missed a few gems. Oh, more gems. Do. Shirt off equals pop off. You know what's funny is whenever I get a PB now, I don't even pop off. Like I'm genuinely like past my era where I like fucking get like testosterone fueled about like after a run. You know what I'm saying? I'm just relieved, you know? I'm just relieved and just trying to gather myself. Rather than like losing my mind, which I think is pretty. Actually, that's the most common, I would say, like speedrunner pop off is just breathing like a sigh of relief, not necessarily like yelling at the top of your lungs type of shit. So yeah, my pop offs have evolved or devolved, if you want to say like that. The numbers after the levels are gem counts. I'm supposed to get in each level. I might as well get rid of them now because I don't really need them. But... No, I haven't been nutting too much since my Since I've been dealing with this PP issue, I have not been coming. I came once, and it did not feel amazing. So, been holding back the nut, which is fine. It's only been a few days. I gotta yell when I get the first 30. I feel like, man, like, it's tough because, like, dude, man, I just, oh my god, oh my, what the fuck am I doing, bro? This is so ass. And I missed that, dude. That was a lot of gems missed. I'm gonna take it to the end of the split, but that was just fucking dog shit. What the hell was that? Yeah, right, Sweet Goats? Like, I'm, like, particularly bad at that fucking room. And I mean, understandably, it's not, like, an easy room or anything. 142. Dude, I lost 15 gems in that level. It was so bad. Or 14. 14 gems in that level. Dude, I don't know why. Like, some days you just hate yourself, like, more than others. Today, I just fucking hate myself in this game. I'm having fun. Like, I don't want to confuse this with, like, I'm not having fun. Like, I'm having fun. I just, like, hate myself more. Does that make sense? Does anyone get what I'm saying? It's such a weird thing to describe where it's like the self-loathing is just way stronger today. Despite the fact that I'm playing decent and I, you know, enjoy speedrunning this game, the self-loathing is particularly potent today. I just fucking hate myself. Whenever I make a dumb error, I just fucking hate myself today. You can't help it. It doesn't mean I'm having a bad time or I'm like depressed or anything. Just hate myself. Welcome to speedrunning. I wouldn't say I'm being pulled in opposite directions. Those two, what I'm trying to say is that those two feelings coexist. Like, they're not at odds with each other. That's what I'm trying to say. It's weird. Because you'd think they would be like opposite feelings, right? Like hating yourself and having fun. Like, you'd think those would be two opposite ends of a spectrum, but no, they very much are like one and the same with what I'm feeling right now. Hate is such a strong word. I mean, okay, if you want me to say it nicely, I'm slightly disappointed with my overall performance. With a biblically accurate description. And that translates into a bit of a self-loathing. Hopefully that's a little bit more accurate for y'all's taste. This is gonna maybe sound stupid, but like, I think it's okay to hate yourself. Like, I genuinely think so. I know hate is a strong word. It's a strong feeling. I mean, straight up, like hating yourself, I think it's okay in like, you know, as long as it doesn't like completely like tear you down and like stop you from doing the things you want to do. And if you want to like be sugar-coated and say like, oh, just a little bit of self-loathing and disappointment, like if you would rather say that's okay, sure, you can say it that way if you want, but I say it like I hate myself, you know, whenever I make a mistake or something. And people hear that and it's like you said, it's like, wow, it's like very visceral and like awful and like, you know, we think of hate as like fucking like racism and just like shit like that, you know, like this really strong thing, and it is a strong feeling. That's why I use that word, I hate myself, because it's like, it is a strong feeling, you know. Now, when I say it, I think I mean it like in a more, I don't mean it so literally. I don't mean it maybe as literally as some people might think. So in that sense, maybe a lighter, you know, terminology might be in place. But I like just saying it like just how it is, like fuck. I fucked that up. I suck. Fuck me. I hate it, you know? I hate myself, you know? It feels wrong to say that out loud. It feels like I'm being like racist against myself or something. But like I said, I think it's okay to feel that way. Like, you know, in a fair moderation, I think it's okay to feel that way. I know maybe some of you guys may not agree with that. That's just how I feel. I don't know, I'm not annoyed. Annoyed is the wrong word. See, you guys are trying to find a word that isn't the word hate, you know? But like but that's the word I'm choosing here, you know? I'm sorry if it's like too strong for people's taste. I'm using the word hate, but I'm not using the word literally. I think that's the confusion here. I'm not saying I literally dislike everything about myself to the point where I'm not valid for anything and like I'm racist against my own being. It's not literal. It's like in this moment, I feel such self-loathing that the disdain is that strong. You know? Just for a moment, you know? It's just for a flash in time. It's just like that. You just for that long, you know? It's not like this prolonged, you know, thing. You guys know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense here? I'm not trying to like over-explain it or overthink it. Yeah, I don't actually hate myself like in my entirety. Like it's not. I don't literally hate myself. I literally hate myself maybe for a flash, but then like the fallout from that, even just a slight like bit of that feeling is like, it's the remnants of like self-loathing or whatever. I don't know, dude. I think I'm starting to overthink this a little bit. Anyways, so hopefully that contextualizes my feelings a little bit about self-loathing a bit more. It's a really complicated feeling, I feel like, self-loathing. And it can take on a lot of different forms, you know. I'm just trying my best to like clarify what mine is like. And perhaps maybe to some of you guys the word hate is like the wrong word to describe what I'm feeling, but I think it's the right word for how strong of a feeling it is. If only for a moment. That's just my opinion. Thank you for the 2 New Zealand dollars. I think that's what that stands for. Appreciate the good luck tax. Botched. It's just my opinion. Cancel me if you want. I don't know why you cancel someone just for having an opinion. Yeah, no, the way you wrote that, 94 Sweet Goats, that is very close to what I'm feeling. About there's something inside me that just makes me really mad that I want to destroy and be rid of forever, you know? So, something like that. It's crazy, but it just feels like that just in that moment that you like fuck up a run, or this run's already fucked up, by the way. But yeah, I think the way you described it is like approaching the feeling. Like it all comes at you at once also. That's like the other thing. Is that like, even though overall I feel like good and generally positive right now, I'll just get hit with like a shot of like wanting everything inside of myself to be destroyed, like type of beat, you know? But it's only for a moment. It's not like prolonged, it's not like an extended, it's not like full-on depression. I don't want to use the word depression because that's like, I feel like that's like a more elongated feeling. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's any like good way to describe the feeling, to be honest with you. Hate is like a strong word, but I would say like momentary self-hatred is like the closest thing to accurate for what it feels like. For what it feels like to fuck up something that you know you should be able to do easily when it matters, I guess, in a run. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. Yeah, we need some more words in the English language to describe feelings like this. That's just the truth about it. What's up, Big Bird? But yeah, guys, I just want to reiterate, I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm just being overly analytical about the nature of self-loathing. But as for how I'm feeling right now, I feel fine. This run, by the way, getting back to the run here, this run is like okay, It can get world record. I don't know. Like, I haven't really been paying attention to gem count. It's, I don't know. I wouldn't get my hopes up, but it could still record if I clutch it out. We'll see. Yeah, I'd love some tea. Just some hot water, please, for me. That'd be great. Miss another gem and I unfollow. That's just my opinion. True. That's a good opinion. Try to get it. Coffee is just hot bean water. Yeah. All right. If it helps, I hate you too, Deo. Thanks. That does help. I think I barely got that dragon. Yo, Oliver, welcome. Well, yeah, everything's going pretty good right now. My penis doesn't hurt. Just discussing the nature of self-loathing. The momentary nature of like depressive feelings. That there'll be, I think like there'll be like moments in speedrunning, there'll be like moments that are like catalysts for depression, you know, or self-loathing or hatred or things like that. You know, fucking up a good run is like an example of that. Like, what do you feel like right when you fuck up a good run? And then what do you feel afterwards in the minutes and, you know, time following that? That's like a whole spectrum of emotions that just can't simply be like described by just self-hatred or depression or whatever. It's like, sure, I hate my, it's like for me, it's like I hate myself for a split second or for the time that I'm fucking up the trick. And then right after that, I tend to like recover relatively quickly. Some people, you know, really dwell in like that feeling, and like it can, what starts as like a momentary, you know, disappointment, like turns into like a real insidious, prolonged depression. You know? So I think it's like the time frame of these feelings has a big impact on how they really are, on how much they affect you. Like when something eats at you for a while, that's like so much worse than like something even worse happening, but just for a moment. You know? Being able to recover. It's like they say, you know, time heals all wounds, right? But like, what is that time frame for like any given bad thing that happens, you know? Like, say, like, not to get too sad here or anything, but say, like, losing, like, a loved one, for example, like, that's a long recovery time frame, you know? We even have a word for that called grieving, you know? Like, the time that you spend after losing a loved one where, you know, where you're just, you know, you're in a depressive state, you know? We have a word for that, but we don't have, like, a word for the other end of that spectrum where it's like where you experience something like momentarily really painful, but then are able to recover quickly. We have a word for the prolonged version, but not for the shortened version. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying like that's like just a limitation of English right there. Instantaneous grief. Or instantaneous acceptance is like maybe a better word. Oh yeah, no, and you're right, Anthony. It's like all this shit that I'm describing here, it just totally depends on the person and the particular event or context that triggers like these negative, like, inward feelings. I mean, by talking about all this shit, it makes me feel a lot better about like what I was feeling at the end of my last run. So that's just one coping mechanism. Like all the coping mechanisms we have, they just like vary from person to person. And they affect like the length that we like dwell on, or the length that we live in like a negative like self-talk state. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, you know, talking about like feelings like this makes them feel worse, but in my case, it's making me feel better. You know, so that's like that's a good example of it. Yeah, you have to dude. JS said speedrunning grief. You know, that's genuinely like part of the mental like coping mechanisms that like we're practicing in this hobby. It's like we're not speedrunning the game, we're speedrunning like the stages of grief, you know, when you have a good run and it dies to something bullshit and you hate yourself and you're second guessing yourself, but then you hop into another run and you have to get over that. You have to get over that, you know? It may sound like, okay, boo-hoo, you know, to play the game liberal, you know, I get it, but like, you know, those are real feelings, you know? That's all I'm saying. This pseudo philosophical emotional talk. Who are you, Neil deGrasse Tyson? Oh Jesus, I literally was not pressing the square button, idiot. But yeah, I mean, just talking about all that, like, you know, having a dumb flub like that, you know, feels a lot less bad than it did earlier, like on my last run. So, you know, just like getting yourself into a different coping state is like there's like some crazy like mental games you play with yourself here. Is this run good? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like probably about 10 seconds behind now. I didn't check the gem count, but it's probably okay, I guess. This run is probably not going to get world record. Almost certainly at this point. For how bad that home world was. But, you know, it doesn't mean the run can't be good. Good is like so relative. It's tough for me to say like a run is good or bad. For me, I'm just going to say for me, a run is good if it like gets into Nasty's world, like sub 36, really sub 35.50 at my level, you know. A run is good if I can do that. And then the final time, you know, depending on how all that goes, the final time being like a 38 or below is good. Usually like a 37 is good, but, and I'm just going off of like what not makes me feel like a total piece of shit, you know. But that's like, those are pretty high standards, I think, compared to most people. And the truth is that like, this run like can still be good. I mean, like, those standards could be a lot lower, you know, for what is good, what is bad type of shit. And they probably are a lot lower for a lot of you guys, so it's hard for me. That's something I don't like to dwell on, is like how good or bad something is. Like, I feel like in my headspace, it simplifies things to just be like, this run sucks or this run is good. And so at that point, it's like, okay, a good run is like a PBable run in that context, just for simplification purposes. But then if it's about like mental coping purposes, then we lower those standards in our heads to like what I said earlier, to like, okay, 38 is good, you know, or a fucking sub 36 Dreamweavers is good, you know. Since this run, and that's gonna change based on whether the run's a no reset or not. You know, if I'm behind and I'm choosing a no reset or run, kind of like this one, like I'm gonna base good on like wherever I'm currently at in the run. So right now I'm like 10-ish seconds behind. A good run, by the way I'm playing, just based on the pace so far and like how much I'm talking all this shit, a good run, it's gonna be like what I said. It's gonna be like probably finish, get out of Dreamweavers like sub 20 seconds behind. You know, that would be good. That's like a good like goal. And then to finish the run like maybe in the 38s, maybe, you know, with some stupid rats, which I don't consider that like something to fault yourself over. So yeah, you know, the concept of good and bad, that's another thing that's like shifting. I'm talking a lot about like emotional copes and stuff. That's another sort of coping thing that shifts a lot as you're playing. But yeah, when I'm in the middle of like an actual green pace, then good is PB and bad is not PB, you know? But now on this pace, that is shifted to something different. Oh god. Oh, Saboom is back? Really? Or is it just because I'm talking philosophy right now, you're saying? This poverty Saboom stream from me here. You feel like I gotta loosen up? Yeah, no, I mean, I think I have like a good grip on like the whole like having high standards thing, sweet goats. Like how I just explained it. Like, I want to reiterate, I don't only ever consider a run that's ahead of my PB good, you know? Like this run is an example of a run that can be good in my mind, even though it's not PBable. I'm gonna grab this pool. Please roll. I'll try to do it. I'm gonna go for the daze strat, because why not? Let's see what happens. Ooh, man, that was close. I'm not sure if it's bad that I'm green right now. Green sparks. Let's see. Hopefully I have enough speed here. I might not. No, we're good. Not exactly saving time here or anything, but it's fine. Yeah. The fact that you can maintain the pace while speeding the mind means I'm a good speedrunner. Yeah, dude, sweet goats, you don't have to get, like, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I'm not, like, I'm saying all this stuff about, like, my feelings and thought and philosophy. I feel good. I want to, like, reiterate. I'm happy. I'm generally happy right now. I know it might sound like I need, like, some reassurance or something. I don't need that right now. Just so we're, like, on the same page. But thank you. That fucking sucked. We'll lose probably another 10 seconds here. So now this run, like, kind of like how I was saying earlier, so you want to talk about is this run good? Like, okay, now this run is in a different tier of, like, pace now. To where, now I'm just going to try to, oh god, I'm just going to try not to be, like, 30 seconds behind now. Which was different, because literally, like, seconds ago, I was trying to stay within 10 seconds behind. Now I'm trying to stay within 30, so, like, the goalpost is shifting, like, a lot on these runs. I don't know how I'm doing on gems. Hopefully this is enough. So like good and bad, I think it's something that just shifts based on like the run that you're on. If you're choosing to finish it, you know. And I don't think that's like too complicated or crazy of a concept, you know. You have to be hard on yourself. I think what I said, this is how I think about it when it comes to being hard on yourself, is you don't ever have to be hard on yourself. I think in this hobby, being hard on myself comes naturally, you know? Like wanting, like striving to be the best version of yourself, getting literally the best time ever, not fucking up anything, especially at my level, dude. Not fucking up, even that little bonk right there, you know, it's like, I think it's okay. This is like getting back to the thing about like, it's okay to have self-loathing and it's okay to like even hate yourself for a moment, you know? I like, these are feelings that I think we train ourselves, like we grow up and we think like, oh, you know, you need to avoid those feelings, you know? Those are bad feelings, you know, because you're better, you know, like you don't actually, even though I'm sitting here, I'd be like, oh, I suck, you know, when I fuck something up. It's like, obviously I don't mean that literally, you know? And the truth is, some people like will like say that about themselves literally, but that's not what I'm doing, you know. And it's hard to tell that difference, you know. I'll admittedly, from like an audience perspective. Oops. But I mean, I don't know, like I think being hard on yourself like comes naturally, and I think the way that you cope with it is more important than whether you are hard on yourself or not. I'm not trying to avoid being hard on myself. I'm trying to avoid being sad because of that. Two different things. Or like being sad for, I'm trying to avoid being sad for a prolonged period of time, more specifically. Do I know what you mean? Here, I'll read it in a sec. Sometimes you watch because you find the inner struggle interesting. Dude, I totally respect that. Like, I think my inner struggle is interesting. That's why I vocalize it. I'm glad you see it that way. Yeah, it's like the difference between being hard on yourself and being self-destructive. Those are like two totally different things. Like, you can be hard on yourself and not be self-destructive. And it just so happens that the way I cope, like the way I am hard on myself, it sounds self-destructive. It sounds like I'll say shit like, oh, I hate myself. Oh, I suck. But I want you guys to know this. I don't mean those things literally. You know, I want you guys to know that. It's just me, like, just venting, you know? It's just me getting, just getting the negativity out, you know? What's up, Goyle? If I did mean those things literally, then that would be a problem. I totally agree with the general sentiment on that. Like, to where I'm like, because then I'd be really, like, fucking steeping in that feeling, like, and it'd be affecting my just general psyche a lot more. But no, I mean, I don't actually think I suck at this game or anything. I mean, I kind of do, but like in a very specific sense, or maybe actually in like a broad sense. Like I suck at this game in the sense that like there is a long way for me to go, and other players could surpass me. In that sense, I suck, you know. Like, just having the humility to, like, say that, like, you have a long way to go. Like, no matter if you're the best at something, or the fastest, or whatever, in my case. Like, I have a long way to go, you know, like. So, to that end, I'm like, I suck, you know. Which is fun. That's, like, that's good. That level of humility is healthy, I think. I'm really saying something more like that whenever I'm talking, whenever I'm, like, have negative self-talk like that. Yeah, I'm a double world record holder, so automatically that means I'm good at this game. Yeah, by most people's, like, definition, yes, that is true. And I'll totally give it up. Like, I'm pretty good at this game. Like, I'll give it up, you know? But in the sense that, like, in terms of being the best and really finding the human limit in a game through speedrunning, I have a long way to go. I will say this, I'm proud of myself for getting further than anyone else in the main categories of this game. But I truly believe that more so than like skill or talent, it's just a question of time invested into the it's like no mistake that I'm the dual record holder in this game. And also I have spent the most time in both of those categories, each, you know? Thousands and thousands of hours, you know? Streaming and talking to you guys and shit. So... you know, it's like, that's not even a question of like good or bad. It's just a question of time invested at that point. It's a question of discipline. So yeah, I don't really feel any need to like gas myself up about being good or whatever. And I would rather humble myself by saying like, oh, I suck, you know? And that, I think that's like a healthy, call me crazy, I think that's like a healthy way to look at things, you know? it's easy, I think, listening to me to be like, oh man, he has a lot of negative self-talk. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself type of thing. But I really don't think I am that hard on myself. Sometimes I am, but not like, not to the point where it's like really negative impacting my mental health. And you know, and I will admit sometimes it does get there sometimes, but I would say like in general 90% of the time, like I am in good mental health playing this game. When my mental health actually struggles playing this game or any other, in fact, I experienced a lot more mental health struggles playing Spyro 2 and 3. I think I was experiencing a lot more of like an identity crisis playing those games, to be honest. Because they just don't come as naturally to me. They require a lot more focus and effort, and you know, and obviously I'm just not as good at them. And so like there was a lot more self-loathing, and I remember there were times where like I would have days where it's just so much negative self-talk that it would actually make me just be in a sad mood, you know. And that is too much, you know, for sure. GG, where's my split? GG. But yeah, was that a good run or not? Like, dude, I can't even tell you. Like, I've had so many like 38 1X's that are just such throwaway runs at this point. Like, my heart wants to say that run sucks. But like the context of everybody who's ever done a run of this game, that's still pretty good, you know? So make of that what you will.
I still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky.
I think there's no use overthinking it, you know? I think it's with speedrunning, it's like you want to just like assess what your goal is in the moment. Like, okay, I'm green. My goal is to stay green or else this run sucks. Then once that fails and you go into the red or you know start losing time and shit, then you reassess that feeling and you say, all right, well now I'm just going to try to stay within 10 seconds. You know? And then you fail that. And then it's like, okay, well now I'm going to just try to stay within 30. That's what happened on this run. So you're constantly moving the goalpost for what's good and what's bad, but you're keeping it simple and you're keeping it defined, I feel like. It's not always like, you know, like one way. You have friends like that, they don't want your compliments, they want you to... Dude, I totally appreciate it. I'll say it, I want your compliments. I love getting validation from you guys. I'll keep it 100%. Like, you're good, goats. Like, I didn't mean to tear you down earlier by saying, you know, because I could tell you were trying to make me feel better. I was just trying to explain that, like, I don't need that right now. But I do really appreciate it, you know. Thanks. I mean, I appreciate that you're just here typing anything, to be honest with you. Thank you, Big Weld. If only this cock didn't hurt whenever I tried to go pee, then it'd be even better. Spyro 2 and 3 were hard to watch for that reason, because I'd get sad more. You know, like, I feel like that's like, it's a pretty negative, like, cycle from the perspective of like a streamer, like speedrunner, creator person. You know, when it's like, when things are going bad and you feel bad, and then you start thinking about like what you just said, you start thinking about, oh man, now my audience is gonna think that this is less fun to watch because I'm feeling bad. That is such a negative cycle that I don't even want to think about. Because the more I think about that, what you just said, oh, it sucks to watch you when you're sad. If I think about that, then I get more sad. It's like, it's a negative reinforcement. So I'd rather live in the headspace of like, if I'm sad and you don't like it, like, tough, you know? Like, that's just me, baby. Like, sorry you didn't like the Spyro 2 and 3 grind or whatever, or that part of it, you know? But tough, you know? I'm gonna try not to feel bad about that, you know? I have to, like, it turns into this, like, fucking 4D mental chess that you play with yourself like that. Anyways, let's do another run. Yeah, I saw a message like that on Twitter, or not like a message, but like a tweet about that yesterday, about how like, I hate watching streamers that are always so like depressed and complaining about the game all the time. You know, it's so easy to like, you know, to worry about that from my perspective, to be so worried about like, oh, I'm being a bad vibe today. Oh, you know. And it could be true, you know? It could be like, yeah, your stream sucks because you're a fucking whiny ass bitch, you know? Like, sad ass depressed bitch. Like, it's true, you know, sometimes. But you have to like, you have to have like the fucking self-confidence to say, well, fuck them. Fuck the people that don't want to watch me for that. Fuck them. Yeah, you really have to be able to say that if you want to break that negative cycle of like, oh, I'm sad, and now people don't like watching that, and now I'm more sad. God, that is a tough cycle to break, for sure. When was the last time I drank and ran? I don't know, long time ago. I've actually been sober for the last, like, this is day 4, I think. Since I'm taking like an antibiotic that doesn't mix well with alcohol. My penis is okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my penis itself. It just hurts when I pee because I have something called... I basically have an inflamed prostate, slightly infected prostate. So it like pinches like... it pinches like the urethra or something like that. And causes like causes it to be somewhat painful. But it's okay. It doesn't hurt when from what I can tell, it doesn't hurt as bad as like an STI would, you know, just based on other people's like stories. And also, you know, if I just take like a urinary pain relief medication, it doesn't even hurt at all. So it's fine. It is annoying though. It is annoying, and I'm taking an antibiotic as well. So obviously I can't have sex during this time either, you know. I'm not taking finastride. I'm taking the one that starts with B. Finastride on this dick. Rip Sarah. No, it's cool. Like, we had it worked out. Like, the timing of this prostate problem actually was like really good because it came right after my birthday, which, as you can imagine, I drank a lot and I also had a lot of sex like in the day or two leading up to that. So I got it all out of I got all the horny and drunkenness out of my system. Now I'm ready to just kind of be chill. Yeah, they make meds for urinary pain. If you're to anyone who's like a female in the chat, you know, you guys probably know who get UTIs a lot. You guys probably know it's called Azo, A-Z-O. So yeah, if it ever burns when you pee, make sure to get some Azo if you want to make your life better. It turns your pee orange also, which is funny. It looks like fucking Fanta. Did any percent hurt? No.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without the fucking Azo, man. That shit, lifesaver. Yeah, I thought I had a UTI at first until I went to the doctor. He was like, no, it's actually your prostate. Also, you have high blood pressure. Peace. It's like, thanks, doc. You're chatting normally a minute behind stream. Yeah, did you do the thing where like the video player gets set back, like the buffer like is back like a little bit? You have to like pull it back forward on the video player. Well, thanks, Alec. I mean, I got to admit, I'm pretty soft myself. I'd consider myself a pretty sensitive guy. I'm definitely not a hard ass when it comes to like opinions and stuff. I'm definitely, when it comes to like opinions and shit, I'm definitely a bit of a pushover. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll keep it 100%. Call me a beta male if you want, but like, I'm not the type of person to want to like cause static with my opinions or anything. I'll definitely say my truth on stream, but you know, like I'm not gonna sit here and try to make you guys feel a certain way about stuff. It's just my opinion. Cancel me if you want. You love it when a doctor just tells you what's wrong with you? I mean, yeah. I can imagine it's much worse if he's like, well, we don't know what's wrong with you, so you're gonna have to come back in a week. Like, dude, that sucks. That's based? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think this is how I describe it, is like, I have a very muted sense of justice. It doesn't mean that I'm morally gray. Maybe I am a little morally gray as well, but like just to think about the word justice. What is justice? It's like you see something wrong happen in the world and you feel like you gotta fix it, or you feel like you gotta, with people's opinions, there's like a real sense of justice. It's like, you say something about my girl, you know, I gotta beat you up. That's like the classic example of like justice, right? Like what? Like you gotta prove a point to everybody, you know? Is having like a strong sense of justice. And I think in America, like I think a lot of people are raised with a very strong sense of justice. That like if something seems unjust to you or unfair, that you should go out of your way to like cause, you know, even if that causes some static, you know, that you know, make your opinion known about that, you know, type of thing. Or fight for what's right type of thing. But I mean, you know, the problem in my mind is that, you know, very few things in this world are so black and white that you know, okay, this is wrong, but now my opinion is gonna fix that. That's the problem, is that it rarely does, you know? Usually, when you impart whatever sense of justice you have into a situation, like trying to fix it by like, you know, yelling at someone or arguing with the waiter or, you know, fucking whatever it is. You know, in a best case scenario, you know, you're being an annoyance to other people, maybe for your own benefit. And in a worst case scenario, I feel like it really hurts the people around you and hurts yourself more than anything. Being a fucking Karen, you know, at the shit. I don't know. It's my point is that I'm not the type, I'm not like a fighter. You know, I'm a lover, not a fighter. If something is if they put tomatoes on my hamburger, I'm not gonna send it back, even though I don't like raw tomatoes. Like, it's fine. You know? Like, dude, for example, today, here's another example of that. This is something that would probably ruin a lot of people's day, actually. That because of what I'm saying, it did not in my case. Today, I got hit with an electricity bill of $392. Which is like 6 times as much as it normally is. That's like a very expensive electric bill. Normally it's like $60. And I'm laughing about it because it's like, oh shit. Well, and no, I'm laughing about it because it was so frustrating that I was trying to log into the fucking electric company's website, but I fucking forgot my password. And so of course, what do? You try to reset the password, right? So I click on it, it's like, all right, we sent you an email to reset your password. No email. No email. And I did that like 5, 6 different times. I bet I'm gonna get an email in my fucking shit like way later tonight or something. Or I have to just try again later. So here I am stuck with this $400 bill that probably is erroneous. But at the same time, there might also be an explanation for it. Like, for example, our AC died last month and Sarah had to get like a replacement unit, you know, given to us by management, but that they didn't warn us that would cost extra money on our electricity, you know. And so it's like this whole thing, right, that I really should be complaining to someone about it to try to get some money back if I'm really trying to restore, like, you know, fairness to everything. If I'm so concerned with being with the justice of the matter, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so much more of a headache, you know. Whereas right now I'm like, oh well, I can eat that cost. For starters, I can eat that cost. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, it is kind of a big deal because that's a lot of money, but worst case scenario, I don't get any money back, or like, I look at the the electric company website, sit on hold for a while. You know, worst case scenario, like I don't get anything back. You know, waste a little bit of time. Maybe I'll get like a little reimbursement or something. But like whatever the case is, you know, just because I feel like something unfair happened to me, you know, it's not the end of the world. Is my point. Like I don't care to like fucking like stew about it in my brain like it's this big fucking problem that has to be fixed in order to restore what's fair and right to the world. That's my point. You know? Luckily, I have enough money, you know, in my bank account, thanks to you guys, that I don't have to stress like an emergency $400 like charge like that, you know. Thanks to you guys, you know. Maybe if I had less money, I would be a little bit more stressed about it, but you know, it's fine, you know. Emergency, like random costs like that pop up all the time, dude. So yeah, money people get like really fucking up in arms about like, you know, about fairness, about a fair price, about not getting like, you know, any sneaky like charges like that. You know, and I'm all about like disputing charge. I'm not saying don't dispute a charge like that, you know, like I'm definitely looking into it. It's just not something that like I feel like has to be like fixed per se. Like I'm willing to accept that maybe we just used $400 worth of electricity because of the AC thing. Like, I know, and so that's what I'm saying is that like that attitude is like I think to a lot of Americans that's a very like beta male attitude. Like, oh, I'm a loser for that, you know, for having such an attitude. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm having a good day so far. How many people can get a random $400 charge from their electric company and still go on to have a good day? You know, that's the real question. To not let it bother them all fucking day, you know. So my point is that like sometimes you just gotta let shit go, even if it's unfair or unjust or whatever. That's my point. Yeah, I may be beta, but I am free. True. Have a good one, Green Boy. A bus driver you had in high school pushed her retirement up after 1 year of dealing with me. You made her life hell. She retired early because she didn't like you? Is that what you're saying? I don't know why you'd be proud of that, but good job. Congrats. I'll give you the GG for that one. Congrats. What's the worst scam that's ever happened to me? God, I don't know. I've never really been like properly scammed in real life. I mean, when I was a little kid, I got scammed in RuneScape a few times. You know, the fake girlfriend, you know, giving her presents and then she just logs off. You never see her again. Like the worst scam I've ever experienced. I don't know, I'm sure there's some scam that I experienced that I'm forgetting. I remember when I was first looking for, here's a real life example. I was looking for a job. Tell me if any of you guys have experienced this before. You're looking for a job. Okay, maybe it's a first time job. I remember I was like 16, 17, 18. I was probably like 18. I didn't feel like getting a job that early. Again, privilege. I was like 18 and I was looking for like my first job. And so I would like, you know, look around at all these, you know, and I found an opening, you know, for interviews for like, for a sales thing, like a sales company. Like something sales related and like, hey, come for the interview at this office building. And so I show up to this unassuming office building that was like super unassuming. It was like there was nobody there. It wasn't like a proper business at all. You know, so I'm like, I pull in, I'm like, is this the right place? They're like, yeah, welcome, sit down, you know. And already the alarm bells were kind of like ringing off. Of course, it ended up being a fucking MLM, a what's the word? Is that Ponzi scheme? Is that what it is? Ended up being like a Ponzi scheme. It was to sell like some fucking Herbalife or something like that. pyramid scheme. That's the word I'm looking for. It was a pyramid scheme, and the way pyramid schemes work is they try to allure people in to like work for them, quote unquote, to buy a bunch of product, and then whether they sell it or not, you know, the people above them benefit for that, you know. So basically, you know, I sat through this and I remember like, you know, I'm not stupid. I'm like aware of what a pyramid scheme was, but it was crazy how insidious it was. That's the thing with scams. It's like you don't really realize what's happening until you're already like really deep into it. That's how they get you, really. Because it wasn't until like, I remember until like an hour and a half into this fucking like presentation they were giving us, you know, disguised as a job interview, that I was like, wait a minute, this is a fucking pyramid scheme, you know? And I don't know why, I wish I had the balls to just say that right then and there and just walk out. But I remember leaving that place and being like, damn, I just wasted like my whole afternoon there. That was so stupid, you know? Like, you know, thank God I didn't actually buy it. I would have been scammed if I'd actually bought into it, you know? A lot of things in this world are just like that. Yeah, that's a good rule to live by. Starting a new job should never cost money. Starting a business is different, but starting a job should not cost you money to do. There we go. I'm gonna continue this. But yeah, the sad thing is like a lot of those types of like scam, you know, jobs that like they pretend like they're a job listing, but really they're just like some company trying to scam you. Those are like becoming more and more and more prevalent. I feel like as time goes on, it's like, if any of you guys are looking for a job, it's like you're probably gonna have to like, oh god damn it, probably gonna have to deal with several of those before you find something that's actually a real job. Really annoying. What's up, Drunk House? Dude, amazing bonks by me. We'll see how bad the time loss is by the end. If I'm like plus, I don't know. I'm probably gonna be like plus 15 here or something. Be careful if they offer you free golf club. Never been offered a free golf club. Dude, speaking of scams, I watched a whole video today. It's gotta be like plus 20. Yeah, whatever. I'll just continue for now. I watched a video today. Side note to the Pace Pals, I just don't feel like being world record-y at the moment. I kind of feel like just talking and hanging and stuff. So yeah, just FYI to people who want to see me get world record. That's where my head's at right now. This video I watched was about a guy who started a vending machine business. And it's like a really successful vending machine business. But halfway through the video, he was like, yeah, and if you want to learn, most of the video was about like how he, you know, runs the business and like how he stocks the shit, how he does it, you know, he's pretty much explaining like the whole business model. But then he says halfway through the video, he was like, but actually though, if you really want to get into the vending machine business, I actually have a course that you can start a free trial of if you're serious about this. And, you know, and check out my website, you know, to start your free trial of this course. Well, when I went into the comments, and checked out some of the comments were like, dude, your course helped me so much. Dude, thank you again. Now I have a successful vending machine empire. I'm fucking like, I'm fucking Dr. Snickers bar over here, you know, with all the fucking Coca-Cola products I'm selling, you know. And so these comments are like obvious, they look very bot-like. And the replies, I didn't realize, they don't say the cost of the course after the free trial. But in the replies, they say after the free trial, it costs $800 to buy the full course package. And you see this a lot with like motivational speakers online, is they try to rope you into like a community, into a fucking like course, the free trial, jump in there, we'll give you access to a private Discord where you have all these resources and one-on-one counseling and shit like that. And at the end of the day, it's just a big fucking scheme to sell like a basically several $100, you know, help package to you or something, you know, of shit that you can just access online for free, basically. And I thought, man, how fucking crazy is that? That like, I just watched this video about this guy, this really endearing, interesting like guy who made a real successful business, and he has to go and tarnish it by like fucking promoting some fucking scam. Like that's a scam in my book. Is a fucking self-help package, you know, disguised as something useful that costs several $100s. Like, that is a fucking scam in my book, you know? And it's like, if you really are a successful businessman, like, you don't need to scam people. That's like the ultimate irony about all these fucking self-help gurus. They always talk about how fucking rich they are, and yet that why do they need to charge us for a fucking, you know, like for anything, you know? If it's all about self-help and shit, you know? It's just so stupid. Everything's just a scam, basically. Everything you see is like a fucking, especially like at a glance on YouTube, you just see a YouTube video about some person or about something. You're just getting, it reminds you, you're just getting a surface level like impression of it, you know? You know, it takes like a lot of critical thinking to see underneath the surface, at the good, to see the good and bad of stuff that just seems cool, or seems good, or seems bad on YouTube, you know? Like, the critical thinking skills I feel like that you need to have to function in today's world is like, I think it's so huge. I think it's bigger than it's ever had to be, than it's ever been before. I think there's a higher risk of getting scammed now than there's ever been. For sure. You guys hear about people that get their YouTube channels hacked? You know, and you know how it happens? Big, well-established channels that have like very secure passwords, two-factor authentication. And pretty much every big YouTuber that you follow that gets their account hacked, you know how it happens? It's because they get an email for what appears to be a legitimate sponsorship, and then when they click the link for the sponsorship, it fucking automatically takes all of your YouTube information and logs in, and a fucking bot turns it into like a crypto page or something. All because you clicked one link in an email that appeared legit. And, you know, these aren't stupid people. These are people with critical thinking skills. But like, that's how fucking crazy the scamming world has gotten, you know? So to where you can't even hardly tell the difference between what's real and what's not. Shit, like, you gotta be careful about using card readers because you don't know which ones are skimmers. You guys ever heard of a fucking skimmer? It's where they put a fake keypad on top of a credit card reading machine, like at 7-Eleven or a gas station. So that way it logs your credit card information. It's called a skimmer. And what are you gonna do? Fucking try to pull the top off of every credit card machine? No. Like... Yeah, Adam, I mean, like, yeah, some people have a keen enough eye to like actually catch them. But even for someone like you, Adam, you're not gonna catch every single skimmer out there, you know? Like, it's a losing battle. You're not gonna win that battle, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it definitely is a good strat to like kind of tug on the fucking top of a credit card reader if it seems like a little janky, or if there's any tape on it. Don't even use it, you know? Or don't put your card in it, but like, if you can use swipe, like, or not, what is it called? The thing where you hold your card over the machine? No, and then it's like, then it goes like a level deeper, because then it's like, okay, you hold your card over the machine so that way it doesn't get scammed by a skimmer. Okay, let's just say that works, even though that may or may not always work. Let's just say that works. Well, someone could actually like be fucking... someone can actually connect to your fucking phone if you're on public Wi-Fi and get all of your credit card details that way without you even ever having to log into your bank because of all the fucking cookies and data that's stored on our shit just so we can easily log into shit. Or maybe they have a fucking like a credit card reader thing. People, like, you're walking past people in public and they can read the RFID or whatever of your credit card, like through your fucking wallet. So now you have to have like a fucking Ridge wallet that has like an RF blocker on it. So my point is there's no winning here. There's like, if someone wants to scam you, they're gonna find a way to do it. pardon me, that it's old tech. I mean, I'm just saying there's a lot of invisible ways of people getting scammed. That's what I'm saying. It's on the topic of scams. That's my broader point here. If any one of those examples I gave is currently outdated, then my apologies. I don't think it detracts from my point here. Yeah, so no, it's Shabu. That's what I'm saying. It's like you have to kind of like have this attitude of like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going to walk around with a debit card. And then when you need to pull cash out, then you're fucked. So you need to walk around with cash and a credit card so that way you can easily cancel a credit card in case it gets scammed for something beyond your power, even if you're being hyper vigilant. Anyways, my whole point with that is that we live in a fucking crazy world, an easy world to get scammed, even without social engineering being a part of it. Which social engineering is definitely a part of many scams, you know? Bro, this whole stream is a scam. I'm over here claiming to like try to get world records and stuff. I'm not even on world record pace. Scam. Scam confirmed. Why am I not resetting? Scam. Don't forget to subscribe. If you sub, will I get world record? I can I'll tell you this, and this is going to be kind of a lofty thing for me to say. No level pun intended. Is I promise, regardless of whether you sub or not, I promise I will eventually get the 36 in this category. I will eventually do it. I promise that. That I can promise. It's just a matter of time, really. How much time? I don't know. It could be a long time still. But I will eventually get record here. Or, I mean, I already have record, but you know what I mean. Eventually get the 36. With this route. So yeah, so if you sub, then yes, I will get world record eventually. I know that's probably not the answer you want. You had a brilliant Alpine in your first 12 egg run, then you fucked out the second Magic Crafter's homeworld. Dude, isn't the Alpine Ridge 12 egg strat like fucking crazy where you have to do the roll hop off of that one platform from one of the green guys? Isn't that like the world record strat for that category? It's like a super fucking weird like roll jump that Laura found like ages ago to get the egg thief in Alpine. Yeah, dude, that strat's crazy. What's up, Flaming Salamander? Oh, yeah, GG to you, Big Bird. How long do I think this record will stand? The current one I have? I don't know, maybe a couple months, however long it takes for me to beat it. But if what you're asking is how long do you think I will have world record in this category? Probably a long time. Maybe. I don't know. Long time might be a stretch. Definitely in 120%, my record's going to stand for a long time. And by a long time, I mean like over a year. I can't really comment beyond a year. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to know what the landscape of Spyro speedrunning is going to look like over a year. I feel like I can only really realistically predict up to a year. So when I say like my records are going to stand for a long time, I mean like for at least a year, I think is like a fair like assumption. Is that fair? You know? You know, if I say anything more than that, it's like you're just commenting on shit you have no idea of the future. It's like, what are you going to be doing in the year 2050? You know, it's like, you don't fucking know, you know, so it's the same thing. After the 36, you're asking if I'll keep grinding this category? Probably not. I think I've had even just where I'm at right now in this category, I think I've had a good enough run to where like I don't feel like I need to improve it anymore. I'm just getting the 36 just to like just to hit that minute barrier, but my 37:03 is still very strong. And I'm confident that even if I didn't get another record at this point, that it would still stand, like I said, for at least a year, you know. Unless Ash and Laura really get down to the grind, which, you know, who knows. That's the problem with like trying to get so predictive about it, is that you don't know what other people are gonna do. People can have a change of heart, you know, and just start really hardcore grinding shit, you know. And you're like, I can't account for that. You know, I can only comment on what is the current state of people speedrunning the main categories of this game. Currently, nobody is like close to record. Ash did get a new second place PB though recently, a couple days ago. 37:14. So make of that what you will. That is definitely, I will say that is arguably close to my record. That is like starting, that like is like beginning to like, you know, lift the hairs of my chest in fear, for sure. But both Ash and Laura have both like expressed like numerous times that they're not necessarily trying to go for record in this category. They're just gonna play and just whatever happens happens. If they PB, great. If not, you know, that's kind of, and which, to be fair, that's like kind of the right attitude. That's the Chad attitude to have when you're going on a world record grind, is to be like, you know, it's okay if I don't get world record, you know. That's like the right place to have your mind be. But I don't think they're even really like going for it at all. Like they're, if anything, they're kind of pushing against like getting record, you know. Obviously there's more to enjoying speedrunning than getting world record, you know. So it really makes sense. So from that context, you know, it's like I'm not really expecting either of them to try to challenge like my low 37 or hopefully high 36 in the future. But that could change. That could change. They could be like, oh, la-di-da, and just put down a random like 3706 like out of nowhere. Either one of them could do that, you know, and that changes things. That would change my entire way I'm speaking about this. So from where it currently is, right the fuck now, in the current landscape of Spyro speedrunning, nobody's touching my records. Right now, here and today. And they'll probably last, even when people are getting close, it'll probably still be a little while before they're broken. I'm definitely not going to say that my records are unbeatable. And I'm definitely not going to say that they will never be beat. Or that they'll be never beat for many, many years or whatever. Dude, god damn it. No sparks, huh? I don't really know. Like the point is I'm trying to make is I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know if my world records are that strong or not. All I know is that I've just spent more time speedrunning these categories than everybody else. I just stream it. I happen to be lucky enough to be encouraged to stream them every day, and I happen to like speedrunning this game every day. You know, on a level of discipline and longevity that outpaces pretty much every other runner of the main categories of this game. That's not me saying that I'm cool or that I'm better than anyone for that. It's just like, that is what it is. I just spend more time playing the game than everyone else. Even if my streams are shorter, like they're just adds up over time. Again, it's not meant to like rub my ego or anything. If anything, like I've wasted my life, you know, like if we're gonna talk about like whether that's cool or not that I've spent so much time on this game. Like I chose to waste all of my 20s on this game, basically. I mean, waste is a strong word. I don't look at it like a waste. I liked playing this game and I love streaming, and I'd rather be doing this than anything else in the world. And I still enjoy it to this day, so it's not a waste in that sense. But like, if we're gonna talk about like, oh, I'm cool because I spent so much time, I mean, it's not like inherently a cool thing to do that, is my point. There are so many things you can do with your time that it's just hard to quantify what's a good use of it or not. It's just whatever makes you happy, you know? Yeah, I just basically said that I'm cooler and better than everyone. Yeah, exactly. True. But anyways, all that shit to say that I'm probably not going to keep grinding this category after I get to 36. Probably not. Again, we'll see how I feel when that happens. I may like... This is definitely a possible situation, is that like when I get to 36, that there's like some glaring mistakes or something. In fact, this is likely. That there'll be some glaring time losses where I could push it even lower. And I may choose to do that. I'm not discounting that possibility. But what's likely to happen, at least from where I'm sitting right now, is that I'll probably switch over to Spyro 2 100%. Or, God forbid, I actually start focusing on more video-related stuff as well. Maybe just take a break from streaming for a while. Like, I don't know. Could be any of those things. My least favorite level. I mean, I don't really play favorites with the levels in this game, but I do have an answer for that. It is Nork Cove. And you said why? It's because it's like a notoriously inconsistent level to do fast because of all of the TNT barrel guys being on different cycles. So if you make even slight mistakes throughout the level, like it'll impact the cycles of the enemies in a really annoying way. And it's just one of those levels where small mistakes really add up to a ton of time loss. And because it's such a long level with so many opportunities to get fucked by like bonks and things like that, that it's unlikely that you'll have like a mistakeless code, even amongst the top level runners. And even if you have a mistakeless code, you know, it might not necessarily be the fastest code. So it's just a frustrating level, you know, in the 120% speed run. We don't do it in, well, I don't do it in this category because I do rat proxy. But yeah, I'm just talking about in 120%. That's like my least favorite level, I would say. It's just a lot of bullshit like right before the end, you know. And in fact, I think a lot of the pre-end game levels are like that. Lofty Castle, you know, Dark Passage. Those are levels, I mean, just the risk and reward for good movement, it just gets worse and worse as the game goes on. The game has a really steady difficulty curve that basically results in, if you don't press the buttons like with zero hesitation and execute your route perfectly, highly well practiced, especially in the end game, you're gonna lose a lot more time for that in the end game, in the pre-end game especially. Lofty, Jock, Nork Cove, like that stretch of 3 levels is like actual fucking AIDS. It's actual, like, it's ass, dude. It's ass in 120%. But when it goes well, it's like, it feels so good. And also, it's not RNG. So it does, a lot of it does come down to you being a good player. So in that sense, it does get a little bit of a redemption for that. You know, there's just the potential for the choke is just so real in those levels. It's like, it's a little too much, I think, for most people who speedrun 120% to bear, I think, to be honest. I've seen lots of potential world records, good runs, PBs, die in one of those 3 levels. But to be fair, I've seen runs die in every level. So I guess that's neither here nor there. Ash's PB with Nestor Skip, I don't think it has Nestor Skip. Laura's 3719 has Nestor Skip, which, did she beat that? I know Ash, oh, you know what, actually, I haven't watched Ash's new PB yet, which I should check it out. I'm not sure if Ash changed anything since I last watched them. How about your favorite one? I don't know. Again, I don't play favorites and not favorites in this game. These are just like general speedrunning related sentiments. Because again, at the end of the day, like, all these levels really just come down to how well practiced you are at the end of the day. So it's if you have like a obviously least favorite level, it just means that you're bad at that level, essentially. Which is fine. I mean, you can still have a least favorite level, but it's like, You know, it just feels weird to blame the level instead of yourself in this game. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, I guess my most favorite for movement and execution would be like Wizard Peak. One of my favorites is Wizard Peak. And for nostalgia, it'd probably be like Dark Hollow. How is that for a comprehensive answer? I'm just a whole ass chatterbox today, dude. Did a joystick die from constant runs? Yeah, I used to run on a transparent blue controller, which I loved dearly. But after using it for like 4 months straight, like the left joystick got so gummy that it would start sticking. It felt like someone came in it. It's just what happens to these sticks over time. Look at this. Beautiful. Have I ever considered doing a run while absolutely hammered? Not seriously. I mean, I'm just not like... I'm not 15 anymore, you know? I'm not like, oh, imagine playing the game while stoned. Like, been there, done that, bro. Like, the drunkest I've ever been playing this game is when I did my drunken Japanese 120% playthrough, which you can see on my YouTube channel. I took a sake bomb, which is a beer with a shot of sake dropped into it, for all 6 homeworlds. I took one at the beginning of the game, one at the end of Artisans, one at the end of Peacekeepers, so on and so forth. And by that, and I'll never forget, on that last one, I could just feel the hangover coming. And everything was spinning. Like, I'm lucky I didn't throw up after, but it was definitely one of those where I was just laying on my bed, like, just and the world was spinning, you know? Not a good feeling. So, yeah, if you were curious what the drunkest playthrough I've ever done, it would be that. And that's where the yata sound effect comes from, by the way. That's the noise Spyro makes in the Japanese version when he collects all the gems in a level. Weirdly, he doesn't make a noise in this game when you collect all the gems. In Spyro 2, on the North American version, it does have the trumpets, which you'll hear on like a YouTube super chat, like dur 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 dur. But in this game, you only get a level clear sound effect on the Japanese version. Yata. But yeah, no, in truth, like this speedrun grind is the one thing I think that I have in this world that keeps me disciplined, that keeps me grounded, that keeps me healthy, actually. Maybe not physically, but at least like mentally. Keeps me mentally sharp and engaged. So I just don't like, you know, even if I have a beer while I'm playing or something, it just kind of kills that whole experience of trying to be the best I can be, you know? Like, what am I trying to do here? Be the best I can be? You know? I really believe that pushing out no resets like this helps me become the best I can be. But that means I have to try my best, even if a run isn't, like, world recordable, you know? And if I'm under the influence of anything, like, I objectively am not trying as hard as if I was sober. That's just how that works. You can cope all day about like, oh, I game better while stoned. I'm sure a lot of you guys would say that. But I'll at least speak for myself, it's not true. What's up, Enphysio? But I do love, you know, drinking and smoking weed. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't have anything against the drugs. I'm just saying this whole stream in this game is what keeps me grounded and what stops me from like just being a fucking wake and bake stoner, you know, like doing nothing with my life type of beat, you know. So to that end, I take, you know, my sobriety, at least on stream, seriously, just for that. Just so I can feel like I did something productive, you know? the most ridiculous thing I've done to prepare for a PB? Okay, you say prepare for a PB. I'm not really sure what that means. The way I prepare, I'll tell you how I prepare for my stream every day. Hopefully that answers your question. Every day before I go live, I wake up at the crack of noon. Usually, no, in truth, I wake up around like 10 a.m. Maybe get out of bed at like 11 or whatever. I go and I make breakfast, make some coffee, you know, make an egg and toast for Sarah as well as myself. Watch a bunch of YouTube videos, just kind of dick around for another hour or so while I'm quote unquote setting up my stream, which if I've been streaming daily like recently, then it's a very short setup. I only have to open like 50 fucking programs and whatnot. But I'm used to it. The actual setup process takes like maybe like 10-15 minutes of like opening different Firefox tabs for the alerts and like fucking, deactivating, reactivating the capture card and the camera and, and all that shit, loading up the game and making sure my mics work. That whole process takes me, on most days takes me like 10 minutes, maybe longer if I'm going slow or if I'm trying to make a change. If I'm making any change to my setup, that goes from being 10 minutes to like an hour plus, if I'm like trying to do a new mic setup, for example. And so, yeah, that's how I like prepare before runs, and so then I go live. And then I'm like, hey, what up, everybody? Let's get some good runs today. And then usually I'll warm up for anywhere between like 5 minutes. And lately I've been warming up for more like an hour because I've had different things that I wanted to work on, different strats. I'm also way under gem. That was not paying attention to my gem count. So usually I'll warm up, on stream, while I'm greeting you guys and all that for about like, so anywhere between 5 minutes and like an hour, lately it's been closer to an hour. And then I do runs. So that's how I prepare for a PB. I'm not sure if you meant like mentally prepare, but that's like, I think that's just like having a thing that you do every time like that. I don't know. Or what is it, like a schedule like that? I mean, there's not much preparation. There's not much mental preparation. I'll put it that way. Like, it's not like I have to be in a certain like mind frame or I have to be quiet, in order to get a PB. Some of you guys actually think that that's the case. And the truth is I do consistently play a little bit better when I'm not talking so much. Like today I'm just talking nonstop, so obviously I'm not paying that much attention to the game. But I think there is a healthy amount of talking in between dragons and levels. Call it like a content-pilled streamer coat, but I think there is an amount of talking that I can do and still play my best, which is I'm clearly not demonstrating right now. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to be in a certain mind. If you're asking more about like the mind frame before getting a PB, I find that there's no consistency of any particular mind frame giving me like the best chances for PB or whatever. Like every PB I've ever gotten, it just happens. It just fucking happens. There's, what? Like we don't want to accept. I'm gonna say this straight up. We don't want to accept as humans that sometimes there's just no rhyme or reason to it. I'm sitting here grinding for months and months and months, and randomly on a day where I think I'm playing bad, I'll shit out a fucking world record. That's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. God hates you. I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, maybe he doesn't hate you, but he's inconsistent. All right, I'll take it back in case I offended any religious people. Like the universe has no, like, sometimes there's like a real element of just like random chance to the shit that you do on a given day. You're not gonna like perfectly set yourself up for success every time, no matter what you do. Some days you think you did everything right and you think you're playing so well in this fucking game and you ate a good breakfast and you've been taking care of yourself and you play like absolute dog shit. And then other days you wake up hungover, not enough sleep, ate too much, feel like shit, and then you play like a god, That's just how it goes. I wish life was more fair like that, but it was, more fair than that. But that's how it is. There's a beauty to that madness, I believe. To that randomness. Yeah, I play on a PS2. Exclamation point setup in the chat, Hitman. I use the PS2 controller. First party. So yeah, there's really, once again, to answer the question, how do I prepare for a PB? I don't. You can't. Sorry. That's just how it is, baby. You can try, but you'll never be ready. I'll tell you that much. When you're at this point on a good run, you're never gonna be ready for it. I'll tell you that much. Damn, the sub 40, I barely squeaked it out. On the world's most fucking yapping run ever.
Sorry I took so long.
Can I give you some advice on your question? All right, let me scroll up.
What
What you said, Big
about
Bird.
Nasty Nork.
So do I think running more than one category at once, especially considering your choices are two different game... Well, okay, hold on, let me read that
Well,
again.
mostly.
Do I think running more than one category at once, especially considering your choices are two different games with different movesets, is a good idea? Yeah, you can run more than one category at once. First of all, let me just say this. Like, the way I speedrun, I'm not gonna tell you to do what I do here, okay? Like, I'm not gonna tell you to just only focus on one category because that's the best. That's what I do because I like that and that's the best for me. But I'm not about to tell you to do that because that's what works for me. What I can tell you on the subject of running multiple categories at once is, as you have already pointed out, if it's multiple categories in the same game, then that is harder to do than, counterintuitively, that is harder to do than multiple categories across different games. Because the different games are so different, there's enough of a change of pace that the muscle memory from one category isn't going to interrupt the other. Now, how different of games they are may have an impact on that. For example, even though Spyro 2 is a different game than Spyro 1, if you do a Spyro 2 100% run and then hop right over to Spyro 1, I mean, you know, you might accidentally try to hover a little bit. Like, your movement may not be as precise, you know? So there is a little bit of a price that you pay in terms of practice and if you want to call like de-rustedness. You know, you have to you're constantly de-rusting. But that's a whole skill that you develop by running multiple games at once. As I learned from running Trifecta, like, there is a true art to being able to hop between games. And that is a skill that you build that I am not good at, frankly, you know, because of the way that I speedrun. You know, there is a true skill and art to that, for sure. It is harder than just focusing on one category of one game in terms of preserving muscle memory and not having to think as hard about what you're doing. But that doesn't mean it's not worth doing, you know? I mean, if you want to run multiple categories or go for a multi-game speedrun, I mean, don't let the fact that you'll feel awkward in one game because you've been practicing another. Don't let that stop you, you know? So those are my thoughts on that. Let's scroll back down here. Thanks for the GGs, everybody. I would just say, just be ready for that to happen. Be ready to like accidentally do something from one game in another game by accident. It's not going to be like as big of a deal as you think. All right. Now what? Do I go offline? I don't really feel like I want to do more runs today. I've been going for about 3 hours, 2 hours of runs, 1 hour of grind. What do you guys think? Call it? I think we're gonna call it. Good stream today, everybody. Did my chat die? Are people still here? There you are, Morris. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna find a raid target. My chat just died right there. You guys are cute. People already knew it was the end. People already left. There you guys are. I see you. Let me see who's online right now. The true homies are still here right now for the raid. True legends. I raided Nova yesterday. I might as well raid Ann today. Is anyone else playing Spyro? Let's see if anyone else is playing Spyro. The categories. I'm I'm looking real hard for a new Spyro streamer right here. Oh, Galaxian. I might raid Galaxian. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll raid Galaxian, why not? Where is he? Wait, I lost him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Does he have mic on? He's listening to some weeb shit. Alright, I'm ready to Galaxian. Let's start. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. I love you. See you guys tomorrow. Mwah.